Oh, man. What's going on? It's good to see you, gentlemen. And for the few of you that aren't gentlemen hanging out here, chilling, good to see you all. Let me jump in the chat real quick and check y'all out. You've been here for a minute, so I'm not going to go and do all of that shit. But yeah, man. Yeah, we're going to dig into something that's been on my mind for a little while now. It's fake conservatism. You know who they are. Well, maybe you don't. I guess it just depends on who you consider to be legitimate and who you don't consider to be fooling you. There's a lot of people out here right now that market themselves as conservatives, and the definition of a conservative or a card-carrying Christian has been so watered down and diluted that people just take them at face value, that that's what they are. It's not good. That's not good. It's not good to be ignorant of knowledge. It's not good to be stupid. You see, we have two words there, ignorant and stupid, and they both apply. What's the difference, you say? Well, stupid is being informed, but doing it anyways, sort of like dating. Ignorant is not knowing that there's a danger there, being misrepresented, being taken advantage of. Yeah, it's like that. Russian man bad. I wonder what you're talking about there. Restored data collected. A kit few years back can find it all entirely pretty cheap. I guess I just stumbled into a conversation there. Jawara D. King bought 30 years worth of rice. Just make sure that you've got it in a food grade bag and that you got a nice tight lid on it, because motherfucking shit can get in there anyway. And some kind of desiccant package or desiccant packages, if you're going to do that, to absorb, random bits of moisture and shit when the temperature goes up and down. Eddie, what's up? Nothing, man. Just sitting here talking to, 244 of my best friends tonight. Indy MGTOW, let's go, man. Retarded dwarf. What? Me. One more again, man. Me. Oh, I can get up there. I can do that. It takes a little practice and shit. I can get up there. Flashlight. You need to worry about people who are less prepared or completely caught off guard, of course, because they're going to become desperate. They're going to become very desperate. Ralph Souders at Hammerhand, we all appreciate your work. Keep it up. Well, not everybody does. As you can tell in my community post, somebody came at me retarded ass crooked snake sideways. Oh, man, it hurt my feelings, too. All the punctuation errors made my eyeballs twitch. Irish prick. I'm completely surrounded by food now. Where I'm at, I'll be making popcorn, watching shit burn. Man, if you're out and away from cities, you will see the fucking bonfires of human skeletons for miles. Miles and miles. Working dude, Hermit, you and Hammer are my favorite guys to listen to. I appreciate that, sir, and I know that Hermit does too. Sifu Black Irish, time for some quality content from the God. Oh, you gotta stop that shit. Stop that. Ain't no Godfather. Morello Bellosante. Did I get that right? Oh, yeah. Hammerhead. What you mean Hammerhead? Is about to drop the hammer. Polska Bob, perfect timing, man. Pop just ended. I didn't know anybody else was on, so sorry about that. But yeah, man, we're going to dig into these conservatives. You see the picture, right? You saw what I headed that up with. The reason for this stream is to show you that these conservatives are bullshit. They're full of garbage, full of crap, full of shit. Probably never read a Bible verse. But oh no, man, I'm a trad con. I'm a traditional conservative. I want me a man that can do X, Y, and Z. Bitches talking about how they want a real man, but they wouldn't know a real man if it bit him on the ass. Then they'd file sexual harassment charges. These miserable motherfucking no good, do nothing, coattail riding, hangers on is what about most of these people are now. Most of them. And that's why I don't befriend anybody. That's why I don't mess around with nobody anymore. That's why I leave bitches on the side of the road when their tires are flat. I might stop and help a fella. Certainly wouldn't stop to help a woman. Absolutely not. You strong and independent. Go get it. Show me that you're strong and independent. Change your own fucking tire. Radicalized online. Whole bunch of emojis. Indy MGTOW, escape from New York. You have to escape from the United States anymore. Brandon Trueblood at Polska. Fortis King, hoes gone wild. Yeah, this isn't about hoes, man. This is well, I mean, it kind of is. What brought this on was the announcement that Dave forgot Ruben and his super gay blade lover rented out 2 wombs and are planning to have children. They've even announced the birth date of both of these kids that will be born into motherless homes. And you say, well, hey, what's wrong with that? Fuck them bitches. Well, I would tend to agree with you under normal circumstances because none of them know what it takes to be a girlfriend, not a proper girlfriend. None of them know what it takes to be a wife. They just want to be called a wife. They don't know nothing about proper duties or responsibilities. They don't know shit about shit when it comes to bringing effort and courage to a relationship. Or as Pop would say, a relationship, because that's all that they are now, is relationships. It's a big pile of fucking doo-doo. And we all know that. And that's why most of us are single. And those of us that are still trying to shuck that thirst, you get information supplied to you every single day that gets you a little bit closer to being okay with that. On a side note, I want to take a moment and speak to all of the brothers out there, man, that are struggling. Received some desperate messages over the last week or two and some terrible updates, things that I never want to hear. Gentlemen, you are not alone in the world. You may be alone in that room that you're in right now, but you're not alone in the world. You're not. You have a lot of people that you can reach out to. I have 200 emails that I have not answered yet, simply because I don't have the time to get to them. And I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. When men or people, I will say that there are some people out here, that make themselves available to people that are suffering, the floodgates open because there's a lot of suffering. There's suffering on every level that you can possibly imagine, whether it's mental or spiritual or emotional, physical. It's all out there. It's all out there. I want you to know that you're not alone. Maybe that doesn't help. Maybe it does not ring true. Maybe it's hollow as fuck. I certainly understand that sentiment. I do. But you're not alone. You're not. Don't make rash decisions that will affect everything in your life going forward, as in not having one. I realize that sometimes it sounds a little counterintuitive to tell somebody that's suffering to continue to suffer. The sun will come out tomorrow. Well, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it takes a few days or a week or a month. Maybe sometimes it takes longer. I've been there. I've been in the doldrums for weeks, months, and on occasion over a year. Down and out, getting kicked in the fucking nuts, man, every waking hour. And it's real easy to put your head down and just quit. I've done it. I ain't no saint. I have put my head down and given up. And he said, fuck it, went to bed, got up the next day, wash, rinse, and repeat. Days and days, weeks and weeks on end doing the same fucking thing until things started to turn around, or slim down a little bit, mellow out some. You got a few little pieces of change stacked up, and then you could make a move. It doesn't take much to get your confidence up and to get out from under the things that are burdening you in life. It doesn't take much. But it seems like it's a chasm that you have to jump across when you're in the middle of it. But when you get past it and you look back on it, it's like, man, that really wasn't that much. Guys, be good to yourselves and don't make decisions that are going to take everything away from you forever. Make good choices. Don't react in the moment. Give yourself some time to think about those choices. Masaki 1334, the Far Sight Enclave stands ready to assist Hammerhead. Well, thank you, Masaki. I appreciate that. Alien Rockin' Head, you matter, brothers. Love yourself and respect yourself. And you should. And of course you do. You do matter. You do matter. Unlike some of the motherfuckers that I'm about to shred from the bone up, Dave Rubin and his gay blade lover purchased 2 wombs, had semen implanted in the wombs, and then did what? Then what did he do? Him and his little buddy got big ups. Congratulations from a whole flock of motherfuckers. Glenn Beck, the Cheeto tard himself, Glenn Beck. Which kind of puts me on edge when it comes to some content creators out here that work at the Blaze TV. Lauren Chin ain't said a fucking word, nothing. They were either big up in this fool or they didn't say shit. And that's why some of those people are on that collage, that thumbnail that's been getting a hell of a reaction. Some of you going to say, who the fuck cares, man? Who cares? If you're saying who cares, you're probably on the wrong stream. I give a shit about surrendering babies to homos. I care about that. I don't care how nice Dave Rubin appears to be. I don't care about Dave Rubin's status in the YouTube world. I don't care that Dave Rubin used to be part of the Young Turds, the not so young turds. Them motherfuckers are old. They need to change the name of that channel. They're old. Their politics are old. Their fucking attitudes suck. You got to question this stuff, folks. Who just got outed for being a punk ass motherfucker in the manosphere? Mr. Big Bad Beard himself. John Goldman, a.k.a. Jack Fuck Me Murphy. Give me that fake-ass dick. I'm going to shove it in one of my holes. Oh, man. And how many people paid this cocksucker, literal cocksucker, thousands of dollars? Thousands of dollars. Based on what he was saying, on a persona. Not really him. Not him. And his comeback letter couldn't have been any fucking worse if I had written it for him. Motherfucker's a goof. A goofball. Just be what you are, man. If you fuck donkeys, be proud that you fuck donkeys. Do it north of the border. Go to Canada because they took all of the criminal liabilities off of fucking animals a couple years ago. Matter of fact. That's right. You can go rent you a mule and have a ping pong show anywhere in Canada. There will be no criminal liability. Goddamn heathens. And they're supposed to be so fucking enlightened north of the border. The true Northers know what I'm talking about. Your land is just as infested with this fucking crap as ours is. How is it that your conservative thought professors out here, so-called conservatives, Christians, Catholics, big up or don't say anything about the renting of wombs to supply two gay motherfuckers with kids? They cost themselves that wonderful, beautiful joy by being forgots, by being gay. You see, if you don't like the vagina, chances are you're not going to be able to impregnate somebody. So you have eliminated yourself from that particular function. But like so many bitches that we see, so many dating roaches, so many of these exposed cocksuckers, these life coaches out here that don't know shit about shit, that don't know nothing about life or living. No accountability, no agency, no responsibility for the choices in their life. Well, fuck it. We can just go make them kids. And they're not wrong. They can just go ahead and do that. Can't they? And oh, why on God's green earth would you fight to conserve a disease-ridden system? Because they're not real conservatives. They're playing a fucking part. You know what real conservatives did? They did the shit that was hard, that was difficult. They made those tough decisions when they had to. They didn't turn the other cheek. They busted fucking ass. If they had to put an axe in your fucking head because you were a menace, that's what a real conservative did. Somewhere down the line, everybody lost their taste for dishing it out. Now, turning the other cheek is a noble thing. It's not noble to me. Polska Bob, that's not a donkey punch, that's a rodeo. Oh, yeah. G. Smith Studio, Canada is WEF home turf. You'll have to clue me in on the WEF. Chaos, bring back the Inquisition. Well, it doesn't need to be done needlessly. I used to be of the mind that if these folks wanted to go out and fuck tree trunks, if they wanted 12 dogs in the bed, whatever. The animals don't have any rights. Just don't be cruel and mean and harsh. Whatever. And I don't really mean that, by the way, but I wasn't going to stick my nose in it. I didn't care enough about it to be involved. But it's insane to me to think that this is what things have come to. I guess I should have been a little more involved and a little more vocal. Now, the gloves are off. I am not interested at all in trying to convey any sense of community, communion, camaraderie. I don't give a fuck what these people think about what I think about them. I think that they're disgusting. I think that their lives are loaded with debauchery. I think that what I think about it doesn't make a fucking thing. It doesn't mean nothing. Doesn't mean nothing. You could have 10 million motherfuckers echoing the same thing, and guess what's going to change? Nothing. Most people don't realize that they're pawns in this shit, whether you're in Saudi Arabia, North America, Canada, Australia, Britain. It doesn't make a difference. We're all serving a function right now. Dr. Jeep. Yet we get told we don't have a right to wombs when we say, hey, having a family would be nice. It would be nice. Having a family, I think, would be nice. I have sort of a family. I mean, I've got my son. Used to have a family. And I say used to because one day we went from a couple with a couple of problems to absolutely nothing. Nothing. On a whim. I guess that's just the way it is now, right? And why would any man sign up for that? Why would I sign up for it again? Why would I lose everything and then think that it's going to be different a second, third, or fourth time around? Once is enough. CK1 the movie Matrix is becoming more and more reality. We're already there. We're already there. OJIT 1917, Charlie Kirk, also a grifter, inflating his Turning Point USA numbers, scammers, conservatives. Well, that's because these people think that they're conservatives. They're not conservatives. Tucker fucking Carlson is not a conservative. Sean Hannity is not a conservative. Glenn Beck is not a conservative. Do you know how I know that? Because you either big up two gay guys having babies that they shouldn't be able to have, or you say nothing. You stay silent until it becomes easy to talk about it because you're a gutless fucking coward. Kat Timpf, Meghan McCain, Megyn Kelly, all sending out well wishes. Oh, good for you, Dave Rubin. Fuck that motherfucker. If you fell for the I'm a really nice guy kind of shit because I got away from the Young Turks kind of shit, then you're stupid. And that's exactly what that was. Getting away from the Young Turks so that he could go out and do his own brand of conservatism, which isn't conservatism. He's still a lefty, if there is such a thing. Rio Blazizo, did I get that right? Bro, the right and left paradigm is Freemason garbage. If you mean it doesn't exist, I agree with you. Do you really seriously think that you can stuff 350 million opinions into two choices? Get the fuck out of here with that. That's not happening. America's DeVille, plebeians versus patricians. Yeah, sort of like that. Broken Pine, neocons are roaring evil, taking your land. Would have taken everything, aren't they? How the fuck is it that somebody like Bill fucking Gates, has more farmland than any farmer, than anyone? Folks, you don't realize this, but you are being farmed. Think about that for a minute. David Scottsdale, if you decide to exit stage left, make sure you take some scum liberals with you. I cannot back that up. I cannot back that up, and I do not support that. If you feel the need to exit this life, you don't have to punish other people, especially strangers. No disrespect, David, but I cannot co-sign that. Sila Rogue, don't be a hater, like the stream. Well, you can hate all you want. Thank you, Wrenches, for taking care of business. I appreciate you, as always. 460 sets of eyeballs in here right now. That's crazy. That's for this late at night on a Thursday. That's crazy. MGTOW Outlaw, they're complacent in the nonsense. Doc Holliday, Texas MGTOW, Americas. Rio Blazizo, fucks all the political griftards. You guys have to understand, man. Look at the people that are in your Congress right now, in your Senate. Look at how they got there. You import 100,000 Somalians, you stuff a whole bunch of sub-Saharan Africans, damn near sub-Saharan, in fucking Minnesota, so that they will vote for somebody like Ilhan Omar, brother fucker. And this bitch sits on one of the biggest stages now because of what they did to her, because they gerrymandered an entire population to denounce the country that saved her life. Maybe the country saved her life. I don't know. Maybe the country saved her life so that they could use her as a puppet. I'm just saying. It's just one of them things. You know, and then you got these hard-ass conservatives that ain't so hard. What the fuck are you conserving? $30 trillion in debt, man. What are you conserving? You say, what did Ben Shapiro do, man? All of these people do the same thing in the conservative Christian circle as the fucking dating roaches and grifters do in MGTOW and the manosphere. They act exactly the same way. They take a whole bunch of talking points, they wrap them up, they make them very appetizing, and they feed you ricin with them. And slowly but surely, they get your money, then they get your life. It's kind of the way that is, ain't it? Kind of the way that is. Mr. Pliskin, call me Snake. 100%. Rampage Blackston, what's crazy is 4 years ago, I was a Democrat Bernie supporter, but when the Democrats rigged the primaries, so Hillary could be elected, immediately denounced the left, and everyone on Facebook hates me. Fuck Facebook. If you're hated over an opinion, chances are pretty good that you're somewhat in tune with something anyways. It was pretty clear to see that in 2016, Sanders was going to be the nominee. And he took his $1 million payday, bought a new car somewhere, and rode his fucking old stupid ass off into the sunset, still not having a legitimate job. That cocksucker's never worked a day in his life. Two behind the ear. Fuck him. Did the same fucking thing 4 years later. The same thing. Well, hold on now. Let's not forget about Miss 1064th. I've got at least one chromosome, one millionth of a chromosome. It says I was an Indian somewhere. Oh, please believe me. All of these motherfuckers are scumbags. If you're putting your trust in any of these people, you're seriously, sadly deluded. And it's no different with conservatives, especially mainstream conservatives. It's no different with anybody that's out there preaching about how to be a Christian. Do you want to know how to be a Christian? Go get a Bible. It's very simple. You can get the companion Bible. You can get the exploratory guide with the companion Bible. And then you know all that there is to know about being a Christian, same as anybody in the world. It's free knowledge. I mean, you might have to pay for the book, but that's okay. The Marcus 203, look at my high cheekbones. Oh, man, and my cookbook with my family secrets and shit. I must be an Injun. Fuck you, you motherfucker. Before we go any farther, folks, as spicy as this is, and it's going to get, I know I can add to it by throwing a little bit of Kush in the mix. Welcome to the show, Undead Chronic.
Ay, a mí me gustan las chichas de las negras mojitas.
So, man, tell me what you think about this, homeboy. What do you think about Dave Rubin and his forgot lover renting out wombs to have kids that their biological selectivity has eliminated them from having? What do you think about that?
Did you talk about Elijah Schaefer?
Not yet.
Oh, I roasted that bitch boy at like midnight last night.
No, if you want to relive it, go ahead.
This guy. Oh, this beta. Let me try to get the Elijah Schaefer voice. Now, guys, like, I see myself as the olive branch between the extremist right and the normal right. All these guys just like being incels and they hate women. That bitch was flapping his little zinc-coated lips all over Timcast last night.
Okay. Yeah, I did see. I've had a long day, brother. I mean, I put in 14, come in here, got clean enough to get on this bitch and go. So yeah, I did see that. I'm gonna have to revisit that though. But yeah, man, all of the mainstream Christians, conservatives, all over this YouTube sphere, they either big up in Dave Rubin or they haven't said shit. And you know that they're absolutely 100% aware of what's going on. The only person that said anything was Mark Dice.
I mean, I don't consider them, I mean, to me at least, they're not Christian. They're heretics.
They're heretics. Yeah, damn right.
So, yeah, especially when I see Elijah Schaffer flap his lips about forgiveness, I'm like, yeah, talking about putting 14 in. I'm sure Elijah Schaffer forgive his wife for all 14 inches she took the night before the fucking wedding.
She probably did. I mean, how many stories are we seeing now about bitches that are being busted on their wedding day? On their wedding day. Flushing their weddings down the fucking toilet on TikTok to make a fucking point. What, man? What? Like there's something out there to go to now? There isn't. Conservatism is dead.
Yeah. Well, good old King Louis IX said, Christian, this is a quote. This isn't endorsed by Hammerhand or Undead Chronic. A Christian should argue with the blasphemer only by running a sword through his bowels as far as it will go.
Yeah, well, I can get behind that. I can get behind that statement. And I think before things are said and done, some motherfuckers might be headed back that way. You know what they'll do, of course. I mean, they'll find the first person that they can attach something like that to and try to attack anything left with men speaking about men shit.
Like, look, it's kind of, I see the label conservative the same way I see the label manosphere or red pill. I dropped it because it's too covered in shit by people looking to grift. Now, is it grifting if the majority of people saying they're conservatives are trying to take your money? I mean, was that considered grifting, or is the whole thing a grift? I would say the whole thing's a grift. They're lying. That's what they do.
Yeah. Yeah, they do, man. Let me jump in this chat real quick. Blue Pill Cuck, Chronic's mic is a little loud. Well, if you can do anything about that, that's cool. If you can't, that's cool too.
Yeah, let me okay, I just lowered the gain. Just let me know, guys. Just spam the chat. Usually I'm the one that's fucking up the audio.
Van Gogh the painter. Only real movements are grassroots. It's always been that way. I don't know. If you're talking about the people versus the power structure or the government or whatever that may be, then maybe I can get on board with that. I can agree with that. But Alien Rockin' Head, Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder believe women should vote. They are feminists. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They believe that women have the right to vote, that they believe that women can stand on the same fucking footing as you. Guys, there's big fucking problems. Do you seriously think that going forward with all of these men changing their sex, with people like Leah Thomas obliterating biological female, it's fucking criminal that you even have to make the distinction now and say biological female.
I knew a man who exclusively worked. The only thing he did, he still does it to this day, is perform C-sections. Right?
No shit.
Yeah. I saw him like 2 days ago, and I was like, so I'm getting kind of confused here, bro. Could you tell me what a woman is? This 50-year-old professional man lost his shit in public. Jesus.
You mean laughing, or did he go off on you?
Oh, no, he's going off. He's like, I never pulled a baby from a fucking dude with a testicles. That doesn't fucking happen.
And yo, check out the Biden nominee for the Supreme Court cannot define what a woman is. And you want to put that motherfucker on the SCOTUS for life? That's what you want on the highest court in the land? Somebody that can't tell you what a woman is?
I mean, are we surprised?
I'm not surprised, but I'm just saying that this is where it's at now.
America is a fucking joke. It's a joke.
It is. People are sitting there talking about the inevitable collapse. You're in the fucking collapse.
We're like in the part of Rome where the most famous women were the ones that took the most schlong, and they'd write about it or they'd talk about it in the forum of this famous prostitute who took like 300 schlong last night. That actually happened. I think it was a couple years before the whole city burnt down and got sacked.
Yeah, well, it probably needs to at that fucking point. I mean, we've got bitches on goddamn OnlyFans and Pornhub that are doing 100-man gangbangs. So,
Jack Murphy's slippy slide. You see, he doesn't even participate. He doesn't even participate. I'm dead serious. Like, he told me he takes a nice commission of about 20 cents a zinc load, and he comes and cleans up the whole studio. He says it's so clean you can eat dinner off of it, although it is his dinner. But
that's fucked up, man. that's fucked up. Chris Mitchell, Brother Rad, one fast DAC. Oh man, we got some hitters in here. That's good. Rio Blazezo, we are repeating Rome's mistakes. Holy shit, bro! We ain't just repeating them. We are going all in on making sure that Rome is going to be remembered as the shining example.
Caligula would blush.
Caligula would blush. This country, this is so fucked up here right now. I don't have a way to express myself without stuttering over it. You know, conservatism, which is what this video is about, which is what this stream is about, is dead. It's gone. It's done. Now, if you want to practice conservatism, if you want to practice Christianity out there, go get yourself a Bible, go get a companion to the Bible. Start reading it and start understanding it. It's the best red pill book that's ever been written.
I mean, just where are the biggest grifters? Where are the biggest people who get exposed? Where are the people who are secret homosexuals? Where are the people who are actual cuckolds? They're all conservatives. I've never heard about a leftist who was actually a Yahtzee. That's yet to happen. At least they're honest with their disgusting lifestyles.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think I either said that in a comment or a video not too long ago, where as repulsive as what modern leftism is, you got to kind of give it to them for being able to wrangle and choke out the culture. You know, your culture is dying too. Everything around us is slowing to the point where we can't make a movie now in Hollywood without $1 billion worth of special effects, without an entire cast of diversity and inclusion. You can't tell a story about white people now. It's unfucking believable where we're at.
Did you hear about what happened to Halo?
Yeah, I did, and it's a trash fire.
Let me summarize what they did to Halo.
Please do.
Okay. So Captain Keyes, a white man, is now black. Okay. Captain Keyes' daughter, a white woman who was a feminist, supposed to be icon, circa 2008 when gaming was at its peak, toxic male masculinity, whatever bullshit. She's black. She's also depicted as kind of naive and stupid, which was the complete opposite of the character. So funny how they make a character black and suddenly they're stupid. Master Chief is, I guess some people would call him white. I wouldn't call him white.
He's not
And
white.
Sergeant Johnson, here's the worst part. Sergeant Johnson, the epitome of a video game role model for black men. Hoorah, masculine Marine, badass lines, hilarious. He was taken out of the show. So even a masculine black man can't make it into the Halo show.
That's right.
I haven't watched it. I'm not gonna watch it. It's not Halo to me. It's more woke trash. I just don't care. And they even said they didn't like watch, or they didn't take into account the video game. So I'm like, whatever. Like, you know, if you're gonna spit on the franchise, if you're gonna spit on all these gamers who liked Halo, you know what they're gonna do instead of watching your bullshit? They're gonna play Halo.
Yeah, they're gonna turn it off is what they're gonna do. I think it's gonna get a fair turnout for the first episode, maybe the second episode, but they're doing the same thing with Lord of the Rings right now.
No, that's even worse in my opinion.
Lord of the Rings with Amazon acquiring MGM now they've got their hands on the Hobbit, so they're gonna turn the Hobbit into they're gonna be fags. You know, it's what they're gonna do to him. They're gonna make him fucking gay.
Photo, grab the bundle of sticks. What?
They're gonna make him gay. You know, they're gonna make a whole bunch of fucking black and Puerto Rican hobbits. this is shitting all over Tolkien. It was made specifically for medieval English reference. And this is what they're gonna do with it. And now Galadriel is some fucking butch orc-killing warrior, right? She's probably going to be a dyke. That's just the way that they're doing this shit now.
Now, Hammerhead, you go to a restaurant. You go to a restaurant, right?
Yes, sir.
And you order the chronic burger. And it comes out, and maybe it just has a green bun. And it's the best damn cheeseburger you've ever had, right?
Yep.
And then I sell out the restaurant, and you go back for a chronic burger. And John Anthony Lifestyle brings you out a plate full of fried cockroaches. Will that ever be a chronic burger to you? No. You think of the original. In fact, the better the original is, the worse the fried roach platter appears to be. Right?
Which is a pretty good representation of all the dating roaches that have gotten fucking smoked here lately.
Have you seen the video I put out today, the music video?
No.
Oh, Hammerhand, you have to watch that. It's literally a music video of one of the best songs from the Metal Gear franchise. And it's literally like Undead Chronic standing tall, just jacked, and this pickup roach just furiously trying to hurt him. So basically at the end of this game, I'll call him Beta Boy. The person you're playing as goes to stop. I have to send you the video, man, because it's funny how the villains from the early 2010s or 2000s today we would see as the heroes, right? This guy literally said, America is rotten to the core. There's no saving it. We need to pull it out by its roots. The whole time, like, what? Where is he? Wait, that's good. This is the bad guy? In 2008, he was a bad guy, but today it's like, no, I'll have to send you that one, man. But
it's basically indoctrination speaking. Yeah.
This jacked ass senator just stands tall and just takes hundreds of punches a second by the protagonist and just doesn't affect him. So I got a cockroach. I got like a video of this little animated cockroach just furiously punching Chronic in the abs. It just doesn't phase him. So there's like a theme song. You got to watch it, man.
There's some pretty serious rumors now about another Disney trilogy in the works. And Maxwell just put one up. He says, Luke, I am your gay father.
I'm your penis wielding parent.
You think that shit's not going to happen? You think that there's not an all-out war, an all-out assault on who you are, who I am as a person? Look at this shit that just went down in Florida with this parental rights bill.
Don't say it.
Right?
Don't you dare say it.
No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Better not say that word.
I'm not going to say it. Right? But this fucking bill was nothing like the way it was represented by the Alphabet Soup Group.
Well, I mean, the problem is people still let them set the narrative. It's just an anti-grooming bill. It's an anti-pedophile bill.
That's right. It's an anti-fucking pedo bill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking Lotus Eaters just did a great expose on these fuckers out, MAPS, right? Minor attracted persons.
Yes.
They're trying to make somewhat respectable these scumbag motherfuckers that think that they can fuck kids, like Vosh.
Yes,
Vosh thinks that
I
you
get
can
accused
fuck
of being
kids.
one. I get accused of being one every time because I say I'm attracted to 18-year-old women. It's very unfortunate.
Well, the projection on that is very real, and that's what it is. And most of these pedos, most of these kid fuckers, they're afraid of, fully mature women.
Why can't I just be attracted to fertility, Hammerhand? Why they got to take that away from me?
Because there's all kinds of forces out there working against you, because fertility is the number one enemy of the wall banger.
One time Ribby was like standing out on the plank as a joke, taking a swig, and a fully grown Texas hog, aged at the ripe age of 32, about 400 kilos, slammed the wall, and it shook the whole damn thing. I felt like I was on a damn, one of those rides outside a grocery store. I almost lost Ribby that day, man.
Damn.
Big old bitch.
Poor ribs, man. Oh, man. Let me get in the chat real quick. 457 sets of eyeballs on us right now. Thank you very much. I appreciate y'all. I posted, just on a side note, I posted this this Proton mail that came to me via a particularly vile hater. Not vile because of what they said, but because their punctuation was terrible.
Oh, what do they say?
Pretty bad shit. It's in my community chat. Actually, I'll tell you what. I'll read that right now. Let me
read it out loud. Let me react to it. This will be fun.
You're gonna fucking love this, man. Hang on 1 second. All right, here we go.
You bald incel. Why are you so bald?
I don't got that one too. Says, I followed you to BitChute when you first went there, then MGTOW TV, then your pop culture channel. Yet you whine we were too lazy to do so. What we were too lazy to do, so then sold us out. I don't know what that means.
Wait. You can sell out your audience for some shekels? I mean, Hammerhand, give me your contact, man. I'm trying to make some shekels right now.
I guess when the money dries up, your arthritis will come back, right?
It's just like these people think, like, I always get accused of being a sellout. Please, I slammed the PayPal. If someone wants to bribe me thousands of dollars to protect, one femboy, one pickup roach, I'm more than down. You guys have seen that live. There's more than enough targets for me, but I don't get those emails. I don't get those sellouts. So it's funny how you sell out for what? Staying on YouTube?
I guess. I don't know. I don't really understand the content of this message. It's a really pissy, angry rant, and I don't understand where it's coming from. So it says, you just keep on kissing content creators' asses like a Jew while ostracizing the people that support you.
I haven't gotten any of this delicious Kazir Israeli rim jobbage. Where do I get this? Where do I get this?
This is like fucking haterade, man. And I'm like, what the fuck? What brought this on? Hold on. We're not done yet. Dude, we all know your online figures. All you online figures are false prophets. I will accept your lack of response as an admission of guilt. Thank you very much, by the way, as I hadn't read the email until today. See you in the stream where you can't hide. Well, you know that I don't hide from anybody.
You never call the haters. Never. I mean, wait. You don't really have haters on, do you?
Not really.
I mean, you have open lines. So if a hater wanted to come on, they could.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I have no issues with that. I tell the chat, I tell the wrenches often, if somebody's in there trying to point and counterpoint, don't ban them. Go ahead and get busy, do what you got to do. If they're in there throwing slurs and shit, get rid of them. But because I just don't want to get the fucking stream killed. But that's it. So yeah, that was like that was pretty fucking interesting. But yeah,
I have two haters I got to respond to on YouTube. One has put out 4 videos total, all about me, about 2.5 hours of videos. Another one in the last week and a half has put out 5 hours just about me. No, I'm not going to be like roast them just like that because I put out about 10, 15 hours about Cuck Murphy, but that was quality entertainment.
Well, but that wasn't just you, though. I mean, if you go and you add up all of the shit on Goldman that came out about him, it's got to be 3 or 4 days worth. So it's not just you. It wasn't just me. It was a whole bunch of motherfuckers that picked up on that.
Yeah, so I'll have to get to one of them on my stream tomorrow.
Sweet.
I think I want to rename it the 7 Deadly Sins of Feminism, because before it's feminism is demonic, but I'm thinking like, yo, it should be the 7 Deadly Sins of Feminism. Then I could like write a little script and then, do a little diatribe about how, greed is affirmative action, lust is the cock carousel, gluttony is, body positivity movement. It'd be too easy.
Affirmative action is just a racist policy.
Oh, it's greed.
It is. Yeah, it is. It is. But it discriminates. They say that it's affirmative action for blacks, or what they call POC now. And it's not. It discriminates against whites. It discriminates against Europeans. It's just that simple. You can't see it any other way because it's just not true. It stops certain things from happening with certain colors of people. And you're seeing that now. It's so amplified today. Man, it's unbelievable what's going on out here. And all your conservative benchmarks can worry about is big up and 2 fucking fagots that are renting out wombs and making kids that they shouldn't have, because the choices that they have made have eliminated them from that possibility.
And let me guess, are they going to go for our son, or how do they do it?
I don't know. I didn't see if it was boys or girls. They had the dates, the due dates listed, which I thought was all of it was just kind of nauseating.
It's just, first of all, like, it's just cringe to me. Like all these people cheerleading. Oh my God! Congratulations! You worked so hard. You paid some money.
Well, Dave Rubin is not a poor man. He's not a poor man. He can afford to go out there and buy some downtrodden hoes and rent their fucking wombs out. And that's what he did. That's what he did. That's what his partner did. That fucking idiot Pete Buttigieg, he did that too with the flamer that he's hanging out with. I don't understand it. I don't get it. You think that's gonna help down the road? How is it going to help you to have 2 dads that espouse one point of view that 2%, 3% of the population of the globe endorse?
Now, is it just people with a certain amount of resources should be able to have kids no matter what? Because I'll tell you what, the process for a single man to get a surrogate,
good luck,
is really hard. It's really hard to do that.
Out of this fucking world.
I'm speaking from experience.
Yeah. Oh, have you tried?
Yes. Well, yes. I was in the process. I'm like, you know what? I'll just hold it off because I wanted to do some investigations. Now, for a single man to adopt a son, forget about it. Just absolutely forget about it. They won't let single straight men adopt boys because they're afraid they'll touch them, but they will throw little boys at these degenerates to be woke. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. Super Leroy 66. Dream Johnson just destroyed Goldman. Well, he was already destroyed. So what do you mean? Did he Chinese sandwich him? Did he stomp it in? Did he pick the waffle out of his boot again?
It's like throwing a grenade on Hiroshima after it got nuked.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, I appreciate the combined efforts, but I'm like, he's already dead.
This is an interesting one right here. Still I rise. I'm 6'6" and healthy. I get mail requesting me to be a sperm donor. I got emails a couple of weeks ago that was asking me to consider donating sperm. I was like, number one, how the fuck did you get my email? And no.
Yeah, probably they probably saw that you were a white dude above 6 foot and like Brazil needs more babies.
Yeah, no thanks. No.
Yeah, better watch out. John Anthony's bitch is gonna be carrying your kid next year.
I won't be able to get past that push-up broad titty. No.
Just like, so wait, I'm low value because I'm not a virgin? Yes. Just no hesitation. Like, wait, like, why are you so surprised? Like, I've been telling you this for over an hour, you dumb cunts. It's me asking me. It's like, you know, me asking. I bring some chick on camera like, Hammerhand, would you marry her? And you're like, no. And I'm like, after talking about MGTOW philosophy the whole stream.
I'm telling you, man. That guy, he seemed like he was kind of hopped up. I mean, I don't know if he was, but just the way that conversation went, you know, I want to say that I felt sorry for him, but I can't stand dating roaches, so I didn't really feel that sorry for him.
I've had more stimulating conversations with drunk dudes in the stall next to me at a bar.
I'm not even kidding. I actually believe you. Yeah, I believe you. MGTOW Matty at Hammerhand. It jumped. Of course, it fucking jumped. There it is. At Hammerhand, that it fucking jumped again. That's what really just Jack M wanting some for dinner. Well, yeah, don't even go that fast. One fast act, sperm donors pay child support. That is not a lie. That's not a lie. You do know, gang out there, that if you're donating sperm, that down the road, they can come after you for child support. They can come after you and just raid you. Now, do you know that eggs that are donated by women are completely anonymous?
Oh, bullshit.
Isn't that some shit, right? Completely anonymous, but sperm donated by men, no, we might need to catch up with you in a few years, homie. We need your information. That's fucking insane. Might open up this chat, man. You down for a couple of callers?
I mean, as long as no bundles of sticks come in here.
No bundles of sticks, huh?
Yeah. Maybe I'll make like a, you know, in one of the side warband flags, it'll be like the equivalent, you know, of the fascista, the sticks with the blade on the side of it, right?
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a bundle of blunts with like a broken pipe on the side of it.
MGTOW Outlaw. Is my comments going through? Well, that one did. I saw that one. Retarded Dwarf. Another Title IV victim, man. Yeah. Yeah. So your opinion on conservatives in general?
Trash.
Yeah, me too.
I mean,
is there anybody in your mind?
I've said this before. I didn't vote for Trump. Why would I vote for Trump? He was, you know, people like I tell this to my Trump supporting family, even my Democrat family. Why would I vote for Trump? He's too soft on immigration. That's because that was the one issue in 2012 that people are losing it. Like, he's going to build a wall. He's racist. I'm like, that's it. We don't need a wall. We just need those ATF dudes to stop shooting dogs and start deporting people. That's it.
He was soft as fuck. Man, he dropped the ball on a lot of key shit, especially like Section 230. He
was as soft as me looking at Donovan Sharp's wife. Can't get softer. Like some cheesecake.
So, I'd like to welcome to the show, bruh. What's up, bruh? Uh-oh, I can't hear you. You muted?
I was muted. What up, bro?
We got you. There you go. What's up, man?
What's going on, guys? I've been watching you guys for years. Hammerhand, I've been watching you for like 5 years, brother.
Damn.
What's going on, homie? Glad to see you, man. What's up? Comments, questions, concerns?
Yeah, actually, let me pop back inside a second. I came out here to smoke some chronic, actually.
Yo. Hit it. Wait, let's hit it. You got it right now?
I have it out here.
Okay, well then let's take a hit. You ready?
Yeah, could anybody on the stream see me?
Yeah. You can you stop at camera if you want. If you don't want to be
stop on camera if you want. Right?
Yeah, or if you want to be a legend, you can blow a thick cloud of kush smoke into the camera.
Hold up 1 second.
Sorry, Hammer. I'm jacking your stream to make this guy smoke more marijuana, but it's kind of
you're good. I mean, they called in, so you're good.
I had a literally had a guy calling once from his car. He's like, "I'll take this hit in your honor." He like took a huge hit. He started coughing. He looked at him, was like, "Oh shit!" I had to like break. I swear the guy almost got a crash. I'm like, "Oh." There we go.
Uh-oh. He's going.
Fuck yeah, brothers.
Woo! That's what I'm talking
I'm
about.
happy for the both of you, man. I can't
All right,
partake,
listen.
but I'm happy for the both of you.
Yeah, you know what? I had a couple drinks earlier, but I don't really enjoy that as much as smoking.
Being twisted.
Yeah. I've been listening to you guys for years. Yeah, like, holy shit! I remember I actually called into Happy Humble Hermit like probably like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, dude. There's a video still up on his YouTube channel from that.
Does he still post?
Very sporadically.
Yeah, not very often, but he does. You know who I haven't heard from in a while? Actually, on a side note, before I get into what I was about to tell you, was
Chronic Right Nut.
Oh no, you guys are gonna like this one because you're gonna know that I've actually been listening to like everybody in MGTOW for a long time when I say this. Hoodie. Fucking Hoodie, dude.
Sunrise Hoodie. Yeah.
Sunrise Hoodie, brother.
Yeah, it's been a minute for him too, man. It really
He
has.
doesn't post as much anymore, but like almost never. But holy shit, for a long time there, he was I really like him, you, both of you, fucking TFM. He's a little bit, further after I listened to some other guys for a while. But like Sandman got me introduced, or you guys know that's like the usual. But like, yeah, I've been listening to all you guys for a long time, so it's my pleasure to be on the stream here.
It's our pleasure to have you. So what's up, man? What you need to talk about?
Yeah, so I was saying I was on Happy Humble Hermits, like one of his videos. I called in like 3 years ago, but you guys said, hey, let's open up the stream. I was like, fuck, you know what? Shit, I'll just call in then. But yeah, like I was just saying to him like years ago, holy shit, it must be like about 5 years now since like so my story is when I was in college, right? Like I was like brought up pretty straight-laced, but like not like super like always in church all the time, just like decent values and like also like somewhat of a church following, Catholic. But anyway, so I'm in college and like I wasn't always like trying to like fuck all the time, you know what I mean? But like anyway, I was in a frat and everything, and I ended up like getting with this one girl and that, and like I was with her.
Was she a sorority girl?
Yeah, she was.
Sorostitute. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, listen, brother, like whenever
when you're unaware of this knowledge, you can't, you're kind of out there. You're like
all right.
You're like one of those fat carp at the ponds those rednecks take their kids to go quote unquote fishing unquote.
Yeah, and like also like the thing is it's not like I grew up with like an older brother. I had actually a 4-year older sister. I have a brother, but he's like the same age. So. But anyway, so we ended up like, like after I was with her for like a couple of years, we ended up like having a kid. I found out when I was like 20, and we ended up having a kid when I was like 21, like right before I graduated. And basically one day she just woke up and she was like, yeah, I don't really feel like this way. I haven't for like a year. So like, pretty much anything after that didn't work to like, settle anything or make anything better. So she just decided she was like out, right? So anyway, that's kind of like how
you dated her for a year, you said?
No. We were together longer than that. We were probably together like 2.5 years.
2.5 years throughout
like,
when you were in college, undergrad?
Yeah, and like for me, like I didn't think like, like I didn't really like have like long relationships like that. So like I thought that was like something like, that was serious, because I didn't understand things when I was younger.
Well, I mean, you were serious about it.
Right. And I just didn't realize, like, that's the problem with growing up within a family with good values, too, is you don't realize. Like, see, I've learned a lot of things. So, like, being on the stream right now, it's not just talking to you guys, which is amazing, honestly, but I'm trying to show some guys things that I didn't understand. Like, I could have never known this. And, like, that's how guys get into shit, because nobody tells them.
Well, and even if you have a sister, she won't tell you shit.
Well, yeah, and she doesn't understand because she hasn't even been in that position. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even, regardless of female.
Your sisters and your mom, even if they act the way typical females act, they want their family, friends, and everybody they meet to think that they actually want nice, loyal men. They want to put out that perception. Right. So you knowing the truth, you avoiding this pain is not as important as this false mask they'll wear that they actually like nice guys.
Right. So I will say the thing is though is like it could be like I'm probably in the best position, like, you know, knock on wood, I'm probably in the best position that I could be in this situation, meaning like before I had a kid or anything, like I was in a good major. I'm like, I do like coding now and I like do pretty well for myself. And my ex like doesn't try to fuck me over. Like we just split everything. And like, so I've been fortunate in that sense.
Do you have a kid?
Yep, we have a kid. And
oh, fuck.
Yeah, I thought you realized that. I probably should.
Oh gosh, bro. Oh, you gave your kid a prostitute's womb to gestate it? That's like your daddy taking you to Motel 8 in South Birmingham on a family vacation, bro.
Ouch.
No offense.
All right, bro. Like I didn't.
You getting along with her?
Yeah, but like this is what like I wish. So like Chronic, dude, you realize like when I was younger, like I had no way of knowing that. Though,
okay, yeah, but me making these roasts and making fun of you, you know, I'm just jibbing you, right? But it serves a purpose for the men watching in the chat. They think that's hilarious, and so maybe they won't make the same mistake.
Yeah, I guess I'm just saying like I'm serious about this stuff because like honestly, like I was never, things were never framed for me that way. Like it was like if somebody comes from situations that are like that, like my ex, right? Like she was involved in a family that was like not like serious about relationships, you know? Like I didn't understand that because I never came from that. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know that. How could I know that?
Most men don't.
And like, so
well,
like
you were blue pilled.
Like to be honest with you, dude, that's like it's kind of shitty to be like. I kind of feel like shitty because I'm like, yeah, like I didn't know that. I had no way of knowing. It's like, oh, you should have known that. How could I know that, dude? Like,
I didn't say you should have known that. I'm just saying it's unfortunate that you chose such a low quality woman to have a kid with.
Yeah, is she active in your kid's life?
Oh yeah, dude, I have her half the time. Literally, I'm probably more than half the time.
No. Is the mother active in your kid's life?
Oh yeah, she is.
Is she trying to sabotage you or lead that?
No, the funny thing is actually she's like my parents don't really like what happened, but like it's weird because like there's not a lot of like stress outside of that. Like now, like it's weirdly just like fit together well now. Like I don't know how to explain it to you, but like they're like she sees them a lot. Like she picks my kid up from my parents' place because like sometimes my parents have them after school and stuff. Sometimes I have them, but like she's around them a lot and like everything's like no stress or anything, no drama. Like
I think ask you something. Is this like a child support situation?
No, it's not. I don't.
She's not paying you and your parents child support.
I'm not paying her anything, and she
should be paying you and your parents if you got her most of the time. If you got the kid most of the time, damn.
Well, on paper, it's like 50%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and like she has her like half the nights, but like so like she's usually picks her up from like later on the weekdays because obviously she works, just like that's like literally every woman now. So
hey gentlemen, I see all of you backstage. Just hang tight and we'll get to you as we can.
Yeah,
so, bro, you want to clean this one up, brother?
Oh yeah. No, I mean I guess that's all I was really calling it. I just want to say I just want to get a chance to talk to you guys, and that's kind of like how
it's always my pleasure, bro. I love talking to folks that I've never come across before.
I got one question.
I look back on myself, guys, 6 years ago, and I'm ashamed of things too. But like, I just didn't know.
I got one question for you before you leave. Well, I guess it's a small question to follow up. How many women have you been with total? Do you know? Like, just give me an estimate range.
Yeah, dude. Like, not a lot.
Like 4?
Oh no, more than that. Like 10.
Okay, 10. Would you trade all that sexual?
Most of those were after her. After her, though.
Would you trade all that sexual experience to be a virgin and marry a virgin with the guarantee she would never leave you?
Oh, dude, yeah. Let me say something real quick. 100%, because honestly, I was a virgin for a long time, dude, and that doesn't bother me at all. Like, I don't give. That's the weird thing about me compared to other guys. I don't give a fuck about sex, dude. I don't give a shit. Like, it doesn't. I know that's weird. That's weird to people. Like,
No,
it's not
it's
that I
not.
don't have. I know it's not
It's
that I
not.
don't have that urge, but to be honest with you, want to know the biggest reason why I even had sex in the first place, which I knew was just not in my best interest, it was because I felt like, hey, I have an ego and I have to like lay down pipe to be a man. That's why. And see, Hammerhand will get that, because I've heard him talk about this before. That's why I'm saying, like, man, I'm ashamed of shit that I did too. Like, Chronic, you're sitting there laughing at me. Like, I get it, bro.
I mean, I'm laughing at what happened. I'm laughing at what happened to you. I'm not really laughing at you.
Like,
it's just that it's so common. It's such a common thing.
You were a blue pill dude who decided to wife up a prostitute. You would laugh at yourself a little bit if you look back.
No, I know, man. I know.
Yeah.
Don't take it hard, man. It's just you kind of have to have a sense of humor about how stupid men are.
No, I know.
In this day and age,
it's just getting painful. It's getting really bad now, guys. Like,
oh yeah, of course,
it's getting to the point, because like I don't even want to like hang out with people that like have been my friend for a long time. Because
I agree.
It's like, but it's like, how do you peel yourself away from people that you've been so like, almost family with for a long time? But it's like they just see things in such a blue-pilled fucking fantasy way, and it's like, you guys, and they even kind of know. They actually one of the guys that I'm talking about, he knows, because like I've talked to him about it, and he starts to see it and he laughs about it, but then he can't stop his urge to just shoot his shot.
Yes. Well, hey, bro, thanks for calling in, man.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Take care.
Oh man, that's heartbreaking.
It's brutal.
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. I can't stand to hear that shit. But do you think that the choice that was made there to get with somebody like that, like a sorority whore, no disrespect, bro, I'm not trying to call your ex-old lady a whore, but typically sorority whores are whores. Do you think that choice would have been different if the information had been there?
Now, who do I blame? Do I blame him for being a weak simp? No. I blame his father for raising a weak simp.
No, you blame either a man that didn't have it in him to educate his son, or the lack of a father entirely. And that's by design. Children are deprived of their fathers intentionally. So yeah, I'd like to welcome to the stream Troy Evans. What's up, Troy?
Hey, Hammer. It's great to talk to you. And nothing much. I figure I'm kind of in a light mood tonight. You know what I mean? I mean, you guys usually handle the heavy stuff. So tonight,
like feminist women breaking the damn sidewalk. That's what I hate.
Oh shit!
That's really heavy.
I talked to you last week about a lifestyle guy. Remember that?
John Anthony Roach style. Yes.
Yeah, we talked about that guy. Listen to this, Hammer. I got to tell you this, right?
Go.
Chronic has a video. Now I get off work today, and I'm sitting in my car, and I drop your notice I set my reminder. And then Chronic's got a video up, and I'm like, oh shit, it's 4 minutes long. Let me see what the hell this is. So I click on this video, and it's literally his avatar standing there with like this punk ass roach. Like, funny. I'm sitting there going, oh, okay, cool. This is kind of funny. Okay. And I'm waiting for Chronic to come on and like lay something on me. Like, you know how it is. You sit there and watch it, and he plays it out. And you're like, okay, well, he's going to cut in a minute. So I'm 3 minutes into the video, and I'm like, oh shit, this is it. And I'm like, fuck this shit, because it's just this roach repeating gut punches like for nothing. It's like I get what you're saying. It's like, fuck them.
They can't do nothing. They can't touch the truth, man.
Maybe I should have labeled it better. It was supposed to be, it's Chronic Beats. I was featuring the song. It's like also a meme from a great video game. But continue.
It's perfect, dude. Because once you get through the video, you realize that's the video. That's the point. That's all. It's like I'm sitting there like, okay, well, Chronic's going to say something. I'm like, oh no, fucking doesn't even say shit. There it is.
That's pretty cool, man. So Troy, comments, questions, concerns.
Hammer, I want to tell you, like I said, I want to keep it light tonight. You guys cover this really well, and I defer to you guys. But here's the deal. So one of the things, like right now tonight while we're talking, I'm putting together one of these arcade 1-up Star Wars pinballs.
Sweet.
Because I get shit like this, I have a lot of similar interests. Like I came up in the 80s. I'm 48 years old, been married, came up in the 80s. I'm getting my life together and reliving some of the childhood I never got to have.
Good man.
So Thundercats, G.I. Joe, you name it. I get into all that shit. But what I like is when I'm watching your Do You videos, I really like those.
Yes,
and
sir.
The reason I like them is because, you know, there's a lot of heavy shit going on. Anybody that's in this community, like you say, anybody that survives going through all this shit, you know, they need to see that kind of shit. Like, hey, man, look, after all the fucking shit, there is some reward. You know, you can have fun. You can do things. You can make your life what you want it. I just love that. I think that's great. I don't see many people do that. You know what I mean? I
agree with you 100%, man. That's the entire reason that I put them up, was because not to show off shit. I mean, that's a small portion of it. It's to make people aware that if you can get your shit under control and you can stop motherfuckers from being parasites on your work, on your effort, on your resources, that you can start to live your life a little bit and enjoy the spoils of your labor.
Right. Exactly. So, and I think that's necessary too. So I'll leave you with this. I got one more thing and I'm done.
Yes, sir.
I watched some of your older stuff on Odyssey.
Yes, sir.
And I saw a video, and forgive me for not remembering the video, but I do remember the specific point.
It's all right.
You were talking about buying an actual arcade machine.
Yes.
Okay. Now, there's a machine out there. It's called At Game Legends Arcade, Ultimate Arcade. And what's cool about this machine is it's the size of an arcade, right?
Right.
It has everything on it, spinners, joysticks, buttons, the spin ball, all that shit. And what's cool is there's this thing called CoinOps X. It's downloadable to a USB, and you can actually jack that into the system. And we're talking thousands of arcade games, ROMs, right there, just like you're at the arcade, man. I love it.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that, and I've been contemplating getting a stand-up for some time. You know, just going to save a couple of bits.
You know, I don't know shit about arcades, but I did take my Bruta to a comic book arcade or a comic book store with a mini arcade in there, right? Have you guys heard of the arcade game Twin Dragons?
Yeah.
Okay. So me and this dude, you know, I thought I was trying to take out a 5, but I took out a 20, so I got like 80 quarters. I'm like, fuck, because it's like 1 quarter per game, you know, per whatever, per run all these machines.
Have one of the guys there.
So I was just like, let's find what we can put together. We found Twin Dragons. And I won't lie, we had 3 flasks of whiskey between us, and we were, you know, taking shots, having fun. We were trying to buy food, but they only had M&Ms there, so our damn teeth are done. But we were playing this Twin Dragons game. Hilarious. You can hit, you know, you could hit your friend. Unfortunately, it opens up. Some chick gets punched in the coochie and then gets abducted, and
that's Double Dragon.
Double Dragon. That's what it is then. Double Dragon, right? So we're playing this game, and this is the only dude in the world that knows the Monday Chronic. And about 2/3 of the game, you get to a boss fight, and this giant fucking green jack dude comes out.
Yep.
And my boy's just like, holy shit, it's Undead Chronic. He just screamed it.
Yep.
And we got our ass kicked. I was like, run away. Kick our ass, took me off the cliff. It was a good time.
Hey, man, Troy, thanks for calling in, brother. I appreciate you.
All right, guys, take it easy. Thank you.
Peace, bro. Peace.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Oh man, good shit tonight. Good calls, and guys, I see y'all sitting back there. Chill out 1 second. Post Kebab Double Dragon, love that game. That's one of my brother's favorite games. He used to take this fucking kid that we hung out with. His name was Robert, and he would get the ball bat and he'd jack him up in the corner and just whoop the shit out. And this motherfucker would get so fucking mad. He'd be punching on the game. You know, he's like, let me out of the fucking corner, motherfucker. And he says, you came at me with that bat, bitch. Because he would sit there and he would say straight up, he'd be like, okay, no bats. And then the first fucking thing this guy would do is he'd go grab the fucking bat. And my brother would put the fucking knee in his face, take the bat from him, and beat him up.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time me and this guy played an old school arcade game ever. So, you know, especially because we were drunk, I wasn't even looking at the buttons. I was just punching. I was like, you know, hammering down my fist. I was like, die, you big green motherfucker.
Oh, man, that shit was awesome, man. So let's welcome to the stream Scotty Side. What's up, Scotty?
Hey, guys, what's going on? How's it going?
Up, boy? What's up? Comments, questions, concerns?
Yeah, about the topic here. you guys asked if you like conservatives or don't like them, whatever. Yeah.
No, fake ass conservatives, fake conservatives.
Oh my God. So to me, it doesn't really matter what political party you're with. It's each one of them wants to control the narrative. All right. So like back in the day, Chronic, you might be a little too young for this, but back in the day in the 90s, like they were all about shutting down Marilyn Manson. I think
devil music.
Yeah, the devil music. It's the same thing. They wanted to control the freedom of speech. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle they're on. And the government wants to go along with it because the government wants to control you. Anytime they can shut down your speech, take away any of your rights, they're all for it. That's kind of why I think like the left is getting away with what they're getting away with right now, is because the government wants to control you in any way possible.
Agreed.
So,
and they're not just going to give it up, man. They're not just going to surrender and say, we've learned the error of our ways. They're not going to do that. They're going to fight you to the fucking death.
No. Yeah. Anytime they can do that. Like TSA is a good example, right?
Yeah.
Like has there been any terror alerts recently? Like,
no, not until they need it.
Right.
Not until they need to try to panic people or herd them in a particular direction.
Yeah.
Does it serve a purpose? I guess it serves a purpose. At least motherfuckers ain't trying to blow their shoes up while they're on British Airways, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's just when I saw this and you were talking about conservatives, and that made me think about like back in the day, because it got me so pissed even as a kid when I was 12 or 13 when this was going on, and they were just all about this, like, oh, it's against God and it's evil, and you're influencing our kids. They're gonna go shoot up places because they're listening to this music and stuff like that. It's all the same shit.
It's just
been going on. Yeah,
it's just an excuse. All that is it's actually perfect cover for the problem with fatherless homes. You're creating a tremendous problem. And of course, that tremendous problem is co-signed by fake ass fucking conservatives. You don't see them anywhere. Nowhere. They're not boycotting these fucking places that cut these babies out of these girls' wombs. They're not trying to get laws changed. They're not trying to get these laws stricken from the record. And you really can't do it now. These hoes stand up in force and they fight you to the death for the right to kill their kid.
Have you heard about the TP USA kind of meetings, Hammerhead?
Sort of, kind of.
It's basically the Charlie Kirk and his bitch boy squad goes from college to college and gives their talks. Yeah, I would rather put my nutsack in a magic bullet than go to one of those bullshit events. I just want to give you that visual.
Indy MGTOW says D. Snyder went before Congress because of the attacks against music. That was part of the PMRC deal. That Frank Zappa was part of that. Mark Slaughter was part of that, and Tipper Gore, Al Gore's wife, headed that commission. Tipper Gore is a fucking moron, and she was also responsible for turning all your G.I. Joes and your badass fighters into dinosaur hunters. So fuck that bitch.
Fuck that bitch.
Wait. Dinosaur hunters? Like dudes like John Anthony dating chicks above 27?
Oh, shit. You just went to a whole nother area.
Right, I'll be back in a sec. I just had to feel that roast. I was walking away and I saw the setup. And I had to partake.
All right, Scotty. So, comments, questions, concerns, brother.
Nah, that was it, man. That's all I wanted to bring to the table. So appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming in, man.
Yep. Take it easy.
Peace. Jesus. So, of course, we have to get John Anthony on here, but I guess that won't happen today. But one of these days, that'd be kind of nice. It'd be nice to sit there and ask him why he feels it necessary to try to flaunt some used goods in front of a man that values virgins.
I swear, Hammerhead, every time I see a non-virgin or a woman over 25, which is basically the same thing, do you know what I'm thinking in my head? That's what I think. Da 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 da. The damn Jurassic Park theme song.
That's ridiculous, man. Oh my god, that's crazy. I saw Rishi backstage. He dipped out. So hey Rishi, we're getting down there, brother. I'll let you know when we get manageable.
Come back, Rishi, you shroom incel.
No. Come on. He's a 25-year-old grandpa incel. So yeah, Tex Bolivar, welcome to the stream, Tex.
Hey, how you guys doing? Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yes, sir. We got you loud and clear.
Outstanding. Yeah, with regards to the subject matter, I've got a couple of things to say, but with regards to conservatism, one of the things that people are saying in the right-wing circles that I hang around is, what exactly are they conserving? They're basically headed in the same direction as the left, as the progressives, except they're going the speed limit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't have the hammer down. You have, of course, what's his name, Rubin, who's renting the womb of two, desperate females who need the money. And him and his husband or whatever are like you said, yeah, exactly. They, by choosing that particular lifestyle, they forfeit their right to reproduce. You know what I mean? And then you got guys like Glenn Beck and Elijah Schaffer saying, "Oh, I'm so happy for you. I disagree, but I'm so happy for you, and I wish you the best," and stuff like that. And I was like, really? I thought like Glenn Beck was this stalwart social conservative religious guy who swore off substance abuse and substance use and everything like that. And why don't you take as hard of a stand on some of the very things that are literally eroding the fiber of our society? You know what I mean? And like some of the groypers that they went to the Turning Point USA and they confronted Charlie Kirk. I don't know if you guys know who the groypers are, but they went up and got up in their faces and said exactly how does sodomy benefit Western civilization? And they basically just said, well, anybody who's got a problem with gays is psychologically, and they did some psychological judo and said that you're basically gay yourself by being homophobic.
Oh, there's you know what I respond? You know how I respond to those guys? You're scared of spiders? You obviously want to fuck a spider.
Yeah, exactly. And what we're seeing here socially in the media is that people are starting to wake up to how the media is shifting gears, because one minute it's, oh, you have to get the jab. The next minute, oh, I'm waving this other nation's flag over here. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you guys wanted to touch on that, but the veil of what's going on is being lifted. The so-called conservatives, you want to talk about fake conservatives, you got people, and I had to unsubscribe from some people because they're like, if you don't support this country that's under fire right now, then you're obviously something's wrong with you and you're insane and this and that. I'm just like, you know what? Unsub. You're done.
If you feel comfortable naming those people that you unsubbed from, I'd like to hear them.
Please, yeah. I need more people to roast.
Yeah, okay. One of them was the Angry Prepper, and another one was Black Scout Survival.
No
Angry
shit.
Prepper. What's
Both
he prepping
prepper
for?
Channels.
Yeah. What's he do? He's prepping to go fight and die for Ukraine. What a bitch!
Did you see all the assholes that went over there and that volunteered and they got their fucking shit blown up?
Oh wait, no.
Hammerhand, I told you. They were like,
Hammerhand.
With regards to,
hold on. Chronic, go ahead.
Hammerhand, I told you I recorded that video of me laughing at the Reddit brigade getting blown up, but I was too scared to put it up because I get struck down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I saw Tim Pool talking about it, maybe I could talk about it now. But Tex, what are you saying?
Yeah. Anyway, so no, the Angry Prepper, and he's like me. He's a prepper. You're prepping for hard times. You're prepping for a possible loss of power, loss of civil services and stuff like that. And basically, Hammerhead knows what I'm talking about. You're basically stocking up, food and toilet paper and all the things that you need to live in a potential emergency situation. That's what prepping is. And the Angry Prepper is one of those guys. He touches on politics and he touches on, gadgets and stuff like a solar generated phone charger and stuff. He has gadgets and stuff and another one was Black Scout Survival, who's God bless him. He's a former Marine, or he's a ex-military of some sort. And he was just like, oh, and this, and Ukraine and freedom and this and that and bad guy, and he's a horrible monster. And I'm like, wait a minute, have you you can tell these fake conservatives, there's no nuance to their argument.
Well,
it's none whatsoever.
I had a discussion with my, I'll say neocon / typical Republican father the other day. And he was saying, we should help out Ukraine more, do this in Ukraine more. I'm like, why? They're not a democracy. He's like, yes, they are. I'm like, wait a second.
Not.
I'm like, wait a second. I was like, Dad, do you think the 2020 election was fair? He's like, of course not. I'm like, okay. So the same people who rigged the 2020 election, Romney's son, Biden's son, I think another big congressman's son, all work in Ukraine. They're all saying money to Ukraine. You think they had a fair election, but we didn't? Come on now. And that's literally how it convinced me. It was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm like, they're just a puppet state for the U.S. oblongs.
Right, he was handpicked. Zelensky was handpicked. Totally.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact that Biden is on camera talking about killing that attorney general's investigation over there, or they're going to withhold fucking funds that were promised.
Well,
give me a fucking break.
Well, son of a bitch. What do you know? He was fired 6 hours later. Well, son of a bitch. Yeah.
Yep.
It looks like the prepper guy should spend more time just shutting the fuck up instead of talking about politics. Or go tell me about the next gadget, kid. Go tell me about the next water filtration system. Don't talk about politics. You know what I'm talking about.
I agree 100%. So text, comments, questions, concerns.
Okay, questions, comments, concerns is that these so-called fake conservatives on the social sphere, they're really showing themselves because they're like I said, they have a single point narrative. This guy good, other guy bad, and that's just all there is to it. There's no nuance. They're having, even so-called conservative, talk hosts and content creators are going with this non-nuanced black and white thing, and there's really more to it than that. Now, the one final thing is that we're getting closer and closer to not their reset, but actually our reset, because when the shit hits the fan, you're going to see things revert back to their natural norms like overnight. And you've already started to see it. You start to see those memes of women, World War III, back in the kitchen and stuff like that. And they're already starting to do it like ahead of time.
And so I just want to believe a goddamn word of it. Don't believe a word.
Yeah,
of
exactly. It. Exactly right. Now, I want to tell all the men out there, get small with your finances, get prepared, stock up on, I know prices are going up, but stock up on as much food and toilet paper, get yourself something to protect yourself with. If you know what I'm saying, maybe even buddy up with someone and share the bills, and stuff like that, and get small with your living arrangements. You know what I mean? Because it's coming, and it's probably going to come this year because the financial and the international jockeying is going to play havoc with our currency, and it's going to wreck the United States as we know it, at least for a time. So everybody, get ready, buckle up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for coming on.
All right, that's it.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man.
Bye-bye.
Wait, Hammerhand.
Sir.
Are you telling me that the feminist dystopia will fall within a year? This is a cause for celebration.
Yes, it is. And if it went down like that, I would drive to Colorado just to crack one open with you. I would.
You would just see a giant smoke signal at a distance. I'd be smoking all my weed at once.
I would. I'm going to tell you, man, these people have no idea the corner that they have painted themselves into. All of this power, all of this shit that women hold right now today is contingent upon the willingness of men to let them.
What these people don't understand is not they understand there's people that hate them, right? Anybody that disagrees with them, they consider hate, right? But if you label anybody who disagrees with you as a vicious, hateful, Yahtzee, all the terms, you don't get to distinguish the levels of anger that people have to you, right?
Agreed.
So they see me the same level they see some actual conservative Christian who doesn't like this Dave Rubin stuff. There's a big difference between me and that guy.
Huge difference. Yeah.
You can quantify the hatred that I have towards these dysgenic scum who's my entire adult life have been oppressing me based off my race, based off my gender, based off my sex, based off every single immutable characteristic about me. They have made my life shit. And so, like, what? They have no idea what's going to happen.
No.
They have no idea the pure anger that's heading their way.
Agreed 100%. MGTOW Cowboy, welcome to the stream.
Gentlemen, how are we?
Sir, how you doing? What's up?
Puniti.
I am good. I'm good. I'm just arriving home right now. Give me 1 second to pull over. Okay, I'm good to go. Yeah, hey, I had two comments I wanted to make, and I wanted to throw them back at you guys and see what you guys have to say about it.
Sure.
So the first thing I want to talk about is what's its name? Not his name anymore. I guess her name, Leah Thompson. Have you heard of Leah Thompson winning? What championships did she win? She's a stunning and brave, amazing.
That's
swimmer?
a he. That's a he.
I support her.
Yes, I support him.
I don't know.
How dare you, Hammerhand? How dare you? That's an enlightened woman who is there to teach cis women the inadequacy of their ovaries.
No such thing as a cis woman. There's normal women and there's normal men. And then all of these other fucking walking freak shows try to co-opt them and wear them like a skin suit.
Yes. Well, I remember learning some, what is it, like an appointee, or I don't know if she's been appointed yet, but someone, a lady, I can't remember her name. She's trying to get on the Supreme Court. She could not define what a woman is. Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit earlier. That was Biden's nominee. Of course, she has to be black, you know, because this is for stunning, brave, first time ever shit and all of that crap. But yeah, she was asked very directly, can you define what a woman is? And she said no.
Okay, well, do you guys mind me asking you guys what do you define as a woman? I would define a woman as someone who's born with eggs, or someone who's born with two X chromosomes.
Well, I'll let the scientist go here in just a second. I would define a woman as the female of the human species that is capable of bearing children, that typically is smaller, has about 30% less muscle mass, typically, not all, and has a womb, breasts. How about you, Chronic? What would you say?
I was just thinking of a lot of very large women and a lot of dudes with breasts. Here's the thing about here's something about human sex. You can be an asshole about it, right? So, Hammerhand, they're a woman born without eggs. It's me being an asshole about it. Now, me saying, me being picky.
No, but they're still a woman, though.
No, me being picky about the definitions, right? It's kind of it's a fruitless endeavor, right? Because if I say, well, I know a bunch of women without eggs, are they still women? Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like what kind of characteristics? But if I have an assembly line, or no, how about this? I'm working in a kitchen. It's Chronic's fried chicken kitchen, right? I'm cooking up fried chicken. All the boys around, they're having a great time. And, John Anthony Lifestyles is trying to fuck up the fried chicken, falls into the batter, gets roasted, right? Gets fried. And I serve Manic the Mechanic a fried roach. If I was saying that my chicken is fried, and if it's fried, it's my chicken. Well, there's a fried roach there. Well, that's a malfunction. That's a mistake, right? So a woman born without eggs is just a biological mistake. Typically, it's a female with the larger gametes, immobile gametes, and that goes across mammals. That goes across most. That goes across pretty much any kind of species, any kind of life form, including the multicellular ones that you can't even see with your naked eye.
So you'd say it's an immutable characteristic.
Yeah, it's a constant among biology. Now, if you get down to like single-celled organisms like bacteria, which ones they don't have sexes. Sex is a reproduction strategy. But for me, I make it very simple. A woman is someone capable of producing children for me, willing to submit. Practically, right? So I go to work, I see a corporate woman with eggs, with 2X chromosomes, who's a female, and she wants to chase her career. She's a man to me. I treat her just like a man.
I agree. I do the same thing every single day. Yeah, if you got shoulder pads on and suit pants, I don't see pussy, I don't see titties. You're a fucking board. You're a man. I barely notice you.
All right. Well, I guess that covers that. And then I'm going to jump out, but I also wanted to throw the question to you guys, or really it's a comment, but I want to throw it to you guys. So you guys also saw, what was it? I saw it on Hamsters, or on Von Maxwell's. He did a video on it, and also I think Infinium, the MGTOW Infinium, he also did a video about it, talking about, what was it? CBS News did a segment on. I don't know what they titled it. I think they were talking about the manosphere. They specifically mentioned MGTOW by name, and I think it seems like they're trying to link.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I saw it.
Yeah,
what they're trying to do is they're trying to weave in violent extremism. They're always going to bring up the Elliot Rodgers shit, and they're trying to find a link that will stick between incel panic and MGTOW and the manosphere.
Okay, well, I'll leave it at that. I'm going to jump out, but if you can talk about that just for a minute or two, I mean, do you think it's going to get to the point where they're going to start coming like out against us, or passing legislation?
They're already coming out against us. They're demonetizing any channel that has MGTOW. They're already against you. Absolutely, 100%.
How far do you think this can go? You think they're going to start showing up at people's doors and start questioning us?
Now, here's the question. You got two choices. The first choice is we can continue this discussion. The second choice is you can help out Daddy Chronic, and I'll read this news article out for Hammerhand, and we can respond to it.
That'll work. We'll do that. And
all right, gentlemen, I'm going to take off. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, Cowboy.
All right, Chronic.
Guys, I see y'all backstage. Just relax and chill out for a second. We get you.
Yeah, so I'll send you the link, Hammerhand. I think it should only take us 10 minutes to cover this. You get it? I sent it to you twice on Google. I'll put it in the StreamYards for the guys that want to look around too.
Yeah, go
there
ahead.
You guys go. Okay, let's get this up. See, I mean, I could read it. Just let me know when you want to jump in.
Go ahead.
So there's been a mainstream media cockroach fest attacking the manosphere. I'm using Newsweek.com, and the title of this article is, quote, incel, unquote, violence, misogynistic extremism on the rise. The Secret Service warns. So the Secret Service, Hammerhand, is concerned about incels, misogynists. How many people have incels Minecraft in the U.S.? Under 30?
I would say it's way under 30 of people that are identified as incels, right?
Rogers, the Walmart shooter, definitely under 30. Okay, so in the Black Lives Matter Floyd riots, over 30 people were murdered. Has the Secret Service talked about that at all? I don't think so.
No.
Interesting. But let me read this article by Natalie Coloresi, Colosseum. She's probably as large as the Roman Colosseum. Let's get into it.
Probably.
Let's see here. A new Secret Service report released on Tuesday. So this last Tuesday, that's why MSNBC, CNN, Newsweek, everybody's covering this. Details a growing thread of violent attacks towards women from men who call themselves, quote, involuntary celibates or incels.
But what's the data on the attacks? How many attacks have you had? Where are the attacks happening? Or is this just speculation?
Well, they linked the 26-page report, so maybe I can maybe I'll go over the whole thing on a 5-hour stream and just laugh at the glowies. But then if I do that, they'll probably, get their friends Google to dox me, and that won't be a wise move. But here's interesting. So they're saying these incels, who's attacking these supposed incels, right? Because you label everybody you disagree with as an incel, and then you say they're a terrorist threat. Who just went on a major podcast and said all the men on the right who disagree with him are proud incels? That's right. Elijah Schaefer, the same conservative cuck who bends over and is literally in the room as Dave Rubin and his butt buddy lube up.
And before that, it was a member of the Liminal Order that went crazy in Denver.
I hope, you know what? If I get slandered, but the mainstream media attacks Jack Murphy and his Seminole Fluid Order, that might be acceptable for me. I'll take that on the chin. You know
Maybe
what?
A little bit.
That's okay. The 26-page report was published by the Secret Service's National Threat Assessment Center, NATC, Natural Ass and Titties Commission, NATC. That's the one I like. I don't think it's the same one, though. And focuses on deadly examples of recent incel-related attacks on women. According to the report, the term incel is often used to describe men who feel unable to obtain romantic or sexual relationships with women to which they feel entitled to. Incels represent a type of misogynistic extremism that can also be referred to as anti-feminist, the study added. Bro,
there's the link that they're trying to commit to, is that if you express feelings against feminism, that they're going to make this logical or illogical leap, which is what it really is. Into calling you an incel.
You know how Roger Stone, when he was raided by the FBI, they called CNN to be there with cameras.
The FBI,
yeah. the Fat Bitches Incorporated. Yeah, they're gonna do the same thing to Chronic in like 5 years. They're gonna call on CNN. What?
That'd be so fucked up.
They're literally gonna do that, right? And they're gonna be like, we found his location off his his smart vape, which is vaping 3 grams of Kush oil a day. He's in this building. They drive up to this place in LA, and they're gonna like bust down the doors, and Chronic's literally like balls deep in some porn bitch on a porn shoot, and CNN's gonna run up, "You incel!" I'm like, I'm nuts deep in a bitch. How you gonna call me this? I get the cuff slapped on me? No, let me bust. Please let me bust.
This is a very interesting case. This is an incel that was actually having sex when we caught him, so we have to study him.
They put me in a lab. Oh my goodness! I swear, if I get pulled out of a woman by some glowy, they better be wearing eye protection, because I'm shooting that hot zinc load straight to the cornea.
Go ahead.
Let's continue. Since 2014, attacks inspired by the incel movement have left dozens of women across the United States and Canada dead. Wait, so and we're including Canada? That's interesting. I didn't know the Secret Service had dominion over Canada. Yeah. Hey, in since 2014, how many people have Black Lives Matter killed in the U.S. and Canada?
In 2020, it was a total of 44, at least.
Huh.
Just in 2020.
And if I include anybody who's tangentially that likes a Black Lives Matter page or post, it's probably in the thousands.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
The No Ass and Titties Committee report specifically takes a close look at the 2018 shooting by Scott Palm Bariri, who killed 2 women and wounded 4 others at a yoga studio in Tallahassee, Florida, and offers information on how early intervention and behavioral threat assessments can prevent such violent attacks. Bro, are they going to send hookers to the incels?
I know how to prevent such attacks like that.
I mean, I do too. There's a lot of ways to prevent it.
Stop endorsing single mothers.
Oh, I was going to say just pay OnlyFans bitches to go, take some incel schlong.
I mean, you could. Look, bro, you know that they'll open their fucking legs for anything. Anything. So.
Yeah, maybe I should just join the radical left and be like, we will purge the incels from society with the use of zinced up puniti. And just get like a bunch of OnlyFans girls to dress up like, the Walmart, and then go house to house. Is your son an incel? What do you mean incel? Has your son had sex? No, he's 13. Bring him out of there, ladies. In that specific case, Bariri gave numerous warning signs that he supported violent and extremist ideologies throughout his life. When he was a teenager, Bariri was accused of stalking his classmates and penned a 70,000-word revenge fantasy titled Rejected Youth about a serial killer who targets women, the report stated. Okay. Do you think he shared it with people?
Probably.
So this seems like mental illness. His parents failed him, if there was 1 or 2. His siblings failed him. His school failed him. His peers failed him. If he had any friends, they failed him. Everybody in his community failed him.
Well, society at large failed him. And that's 50 people directly, easy. Even fucking loners have people that they bump into every once in a while that kind of get clued into, I think something's kind of wrong here. So, yeah.
Rejected Youth was a revenge fantasy about a middle school boy turned serial killer who hated his female classmates who shunned him and humiliated him. Oh, so it seems like it's a book about, it's like a bully revenge fantasy. How many movies from the 80s were about, these bully revenge fantasies about these nerds actually murdering their bullies? Tons of them, right?
More fingers and toes than you've got.
Exactly. Chronic's an inbred zombie who's 420 pounds. I got more than 10.
No shit.
So the report read, in the end, the main character murders the girls one by one while still admiring their bodies and then commits suicide while law enforcement arrives. Okay, now Hammerhand, I guess I'll have to share something personal here.
Uh-oh.
I would potentially commit suicide by cop, but I wouldn't shoot myself. You know how to do it? I'm in the Church of Kush. They're trying to bring down the doors and arrest Sunday Chronic. I would want my death to prove the inadequacy of the U.S. police system. So I just kick the doors outside and then run out and pull out my finger guns. I would literally pull out my finger guns, and those cops would shoot me out of fear.
Bro, we have
get lit up.
That happen
50 times. I'd be like, oh, unlimited ammo.
We have watched that happen in real time multiple times. So yeah, I wouldn't take any fucking bets on that. Before we go any farther in the article, let us welcome to the stream Father Saunders.
Oh, can you guys hear me all right?
Yes, sir. Sorry about the wait there, sir.
Oh, man, don't even worry about it, man. I just figured I'd pop on here. And before I get started, Chronic, I could probably in one sentence give you something that you had a content for the next month.
Oh,
I
shit.
married a single mother and adopted her kids.
Oh,
I mean, that's always what happens when you marry a single mother, right?
I mean, regardless of whether you want to or not.
When I first met her, it was 2002.
Oh, wait, you did?
Yeah, no,
Ah!
Yeah, there you go. There's your content, brother. There's your content. There was one time, man, and I've never said anything about it because I don't roll that way. But I got butthurt about one of your videos about not supporting vets and whatnot, so I unsubscribed, and I was like, man, why am I being a little bitch? I'm going to go resubscribe, man, because he's got good points.
You got to be able to take the opinions that you don't agree with.
Man. It's just I had to self-reflect and be like, no, you know what? It's going to be more personal for me because it's, it's a bias because, I serve like Hammerhand. I've been with you on a stream with Pop on Reverend 20 Piece. I don't know if you remember that.
I do. Yes, sir.
So wait, what war did you fight in?
The Iraq War.
Okay. So how did the Iraq War help out American men?
It did not.
Okay. So,
right.
Okay. I'm going to tell you that I don't regret I don't regret my decision and my service because if you remember back in 2008, we had an economic collapse and I got fired from my jobs and I had a family to take care of now.
So it made financial sense, right?
It made financial sense. So it's something I always wanted to do because my father was in the Navy and, I thought I was doing something.
What war did your father fight in?
He didn't fight in a war. He was in the Navy, but he didn't fight in a war.
Oh, okay.
Well, good for him. Good for him.
Yeah. And I still have his DD-214 from 1965. It's actually really cool to look at. But, anyways, I was 30 years old when I joined. Because
it's getting up there a little bit.
Yeah, it is. And I joined as an 11 Bravo which is infantry, and I was just
you were an 11 Bravo. Never mind. I had a guy from 13 Bravo call into my show.
I know, dude. And I wanted.
Were you embarrassed? Wait, were you embarrassed?
I wanted to call him and call him a fucking pug with Sir Yeetus because I know Yeetus is a fucking 11 Bravo. So I wanted to do that. I really did. But
Hammerhand, you missed an amazing stream. We had a dude from 13 Bravo calling. He was a hater, and he had five kids by 5 different women, and I started talking about how his daughter's going to be reamed out, and he got super offended. And he actually triggered me enough. I ended the stream with a freestyle rapping about what his daughter sounds like when I put it in the butt.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fucking disaster.
Oh, it was great. No, it was a beautiful stream.
Dude, the amount of pregnant women I saw when we got orders to deploy was absolutely outstanding.
I bet it was. It was.
It was absolutely just, so what they do with you if you're pregnant as a woman is they're going to put you as what's called rear detachment. So you're going to stay back.
They go take it in the rear.
That's ironic. Yeah.
Well, they probably do. Okay. Because Jody's going to come around and fuck your wife while you're gone. I've seen the Dear John letters. I've seen the phone conversations. It's not pretty, guys.
Yeah. You listen to anything that Terrence Pop does, and there's thousands of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's tie these conversations together, right? These incels, this absolute fear and hatred towards incels by the mainstream, by the left, by the right. I mean, Elijah Schaefer, everybody hates incels. I don't hate them. I want them to go to the gym. I want them to get better. But if a large conflict comes out where America, like a Ukraine situation where America expects its men to fight and die for the country, if a third of the men aren't getting sex in the last year, they're functional incels, they have no families, no women to care about, what do they gain for fighting for a system that puts females over them, a feminist supremacist system? They get nothing. You essentially have a third of the U.S. men aged 18 to 30 willing to defect if they get promised some puniti.
Well, I think people are just so starved for that physical female touch, and we've all been there. We've been 18, 19, 20, your hormones are raging. And I've been to a small community college. I went to a community college because I didn't want to have debt up the ass. And this was back in 98. And I saw those women go wild. And this was in 98. I'm like, holy shit, women are like this. And I was blue pilled like you guys could not possibly believe, being a young Gen Xer. I was born in 79. And we were conditioned to the max. And Hammerhand, I know you can vouch for this. Being an older Gen Xer, correct me if I'm wrong. We were conditioned to have that blue pill lifestyle. Like if you work hard, you'll get the job you want, the income you want. If you are a nice guy and you respect women and you do this, you'll get the woman you want. And that was so bred into me. It took me so long that only recently have I got rid of that quote unquote red pill rage, because I'm divorced now and I lost not one, but 2 properties, 834 days with my kids, $49,000 in lawyer fees, and 37% of my income that I fought back down to 25%.
So if the U.S. called you to fight and die, would you go?
2 things. Number one, no, because I've already served my 8 years. They can call, but I can turn it down because I already served my 8 years.
I'm saying if
they can call you, it's what's called inactive reserve.
No, but if it was desperate enough and they said, fuck that, you're still serving, would you go and die for this country?
For what I was brought up as, the world that I thought could have been, that blue pill thing, if that was real, yes, but it's not. So no, I will not. I almost want to fight to protect my kids from what this country has become. Yep. And that's a fucking sad thing to say.
Yeah.
Now, what would the U.S. offer, and what is Ukraine offering the men fighting for its country? Glory, honor. You have to.
We're going to offer you fucking Reddit clout. We're going to offer you a cut up passport, and we're going to offer you 10 rounds in a fucking magazine with no kit. Are you fucking insane?
Compare that to a masculine man that would care about his nation. What would I offer men who are willing to fight and die and pick up rifles for this war-banned nation? They would get 10 acres at least and 1 to 2 wives. One could be a war bride, one would be a virgin. I've made that poll before. A lot of 90% men said they'd be willing to do it.
You respect people that have skin in the game.
It's not about respect. Well, it's about giving them a stake in the country, a stake in the country. Because if they have the opportunity to build a family that is raised in that nation, they would fight and die to protect it.
Let me ask you something. How many frontline bitches do you see out there?
You're not going to see them hand in hand.
You're not going to see it.
You're not going to see shit. And I've talked with this with First Sergeant Pop. Okay, all this Ranger shit that you guys see with they passed Ranger fucking qualification. They did all that. No, they fucking didn't. And I promise you, they couldn't even make it in regular infantry that I was in. There's no fucking way. You're not going to have 60-pound rucksack on your back, not including the fucking full kit, which is plates and ammo and your rifle included, and have a woman set the same standards that a fucking man can in the time that it has to be done. It's not going to fucking happen. I know. I lived it.
Gotcha. I know it.
All the females that I know that were in the military, and I was 11 Bravo, so you're not going to have a lot of women around at that time when I was in, was either finance or they were in the medical sector.
And the operative word for them,
trauma nurses, for having to fucking stop bleeding, wrap these guys up in fucking green cocoons, cocoon. It looks like a green cocoon, and then send them to Germany for shrapnel surgery. I have respect for that. I do. But if you think that you can do what a man can do in the military, you're smoking something that Crump wouldn't even smoke.
They gave people green cocoons.
Well, it almost looks like
they gave them green cocoons. Yes or no?
It looks like a green cocoon.
Well, yeah. Well, and yes, right. They did give them people. They gave people green cocoons.
It looks like a green cocoon when you get.
Well, shit! I've been giving bitches green cocoons since I was 15. I don't get paid shit. No insurance either. That's some bullshit, man.
It looks like you're wrapped in seaweed when you have shrapnel surgery, and they flew you at the time to Germany for shrapnel surgery.
All right,
and I was a cherry ass. What's called a cherry ass private, and I had to do that to a sergeant first class when I got blown up in Iraq. So that's some scary fucking shit.
Sure it is.
Yeah, man. It sucks having to sit there and say the things that I'm saying, because who wouldn't want to believe in the blue pill that we were sold? We were sold that lie.
That's the idea.
Sounds like a fucking fantastic thing.
Yeah, that's the idea. The idea is to get you to buy into it,
that great
so
house,
that you will support it.
But there's no woman that's more beautiful than my own peace, quiet, and freedom now. And it sucks that I had to get there, because
it's because the woman you gave all to stabbed you in the back.
Yes, it did.
She was given a knife by the government to do it, and the culture taught you to turn your back to her.
Yeah,
that's why.
And it sucks. It still hurts. I wish I could look at you guys as a man and be like, "Oh, it doesn't affect me. I'm good. I'm done. I'm over." I gave almost 15 years.
No, you don't have to do that, man. I mean, you know what it is, just like we know what it is, right? I mean,
it hurts in a way that you cannot put into words because words can never possibly do it justice. That's why I'm so happy that you guys are doing what you're doing, because I didn't have that growing up. Hammerhand, you didn't have that growing up. We didn't have uncles and dads and grandpas that taught us this shit because it wasn't prevalent back then.
No,
look,
it wasn't.
A woman's love is potential, right? It's like wood. It's the ability to produce something with it. A man's love is a burning fire. Now, sometimes it burns bright. I would assume if you're married to a woman for 15 years, it's burning bright and hot. It's intense. It will consume everything about you to warm your family up. She leaves. She screws you over. What happens to that burning wood? It turns to bitter ash, and it's still hot. You have the echoes of what you wanted, and that hurts. Stepping on an old campfire, burning your foot on some hot ash, that's a horrible experience. That's the best way I can kind of use a metaphor to describe what divorce is.
Chronic is a poet, baby. Chronic's a poet.
When you put that time, energy, money, and all that into it, you want a return on that investment, and you get so fucking down because a woman can move on in 2 seconds. If not, she already had someone in the back burners. I don't know. That's very prevalent. When you do that and you go out of your way and you do the things that you were taught that you were supposed to do, and then it just falls in your face, it's the hardest thing to come with. And when you go through, and there's men that have been through worse than I, because like Hammer, if it wasn't for my mother, I would have been homeless. And I went 834 days without seeing my kids, 1,221 days without seeing my kids until the traditional every other weekend. I don't know how I'm still here. I'm a combat vet. I'm a divorced. I lost properties, lost all that shit. And I didn't see a light at the end of that tunnel. It was like it was less than a freaking pinhole, but I fought through it and I got through it, and I'm still here and I'm still alive. And a lot of guys are not here because.
I mean, would you ever take that ex-wife back?
No.
Yeah. So rationally, it's no. That's like me saying, would you ever step into the fire again? You say, no, it burned me.
But the fact
but that bitterness, you have those years of emotional bonding. It takes years for your brain to get over that.
Years, man, because even at 5 years now, last month, February of 2017 is when we got separated, right? There's still those thoughts that will creep into your mind once in a while. What if?
It's only normal, brother. It's only normal.
Or what did you do wrong, Hammer? What did I do wrong?
Like you can go to a fire, you can go to an old campfire a whole day later and still step on one coal that's hot.
Yeah.
It doesn't all cool off at once.
Yeah, it doesn't. So questions, comments, concerns, Father?
Just what you guys are doing is so good because people can relate to it. And Chronic and Hammer, now you guys get the worst amount of fucking hate.
Boy, you ain't kidding.
Now, I appreciate the quantity of hate. I want more, but the quality, the fact that they don't call into the show, that's what makes me upset. I cry every night because the haters never call in.
Just you got to subvert that energy that I'm talking about that we have talked about, whether it's working out, which I'm very fucking skilled in. I box now with my son. I transitioned over to boxing, and then I incorporate weightlifting into it because I've had so many nagging injuries because I've weightlifted for 27 years. So I know the game.
Yeah, it's a long haul.
You've got to disperse that energy because sometimes, that little head still wants to come out and be like, hey man, is there something out there? No, there's not.
No.
And I hate to tell you guys that because I have to tell my 13, 11, and 8-year-old son this stuff. Well, I don't tell the 11 and 8-year-old son. I try to give examples as they come without being too direct about it because there's no way they can understand at that young age. But
I think an 11-year-old is competent to understand that American women can and will betray them in the back. They saw it happen to you.
Agree.
Yeah, well, my 13-year-old's really getting it. By the way, my 13-year-old has a size 13 fucking shoe, and he's fighting.
Hey, I know the feeling.
Dude, I only have an 11 and a half.
I know the feeling. My son just turned 14, and he's 6'1".
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Hey, Hammerhand, does your son play ball?
No, he does. He fucking hates sports.
Oh, here's what I'll say. Donate to paypal.me/Hammerhand. Is it pinned right now?
No, it's not pinned.
Oh, pin it. Okay, pin it.
Well, fine.
Donate to Hammerhand, and in the message say send Hammerhand Jr. to the Chronic Estate over the summer, and we'll make a 5-star tight end recruit out of him.
Yeah,
Hopefully making us a
will.
lot of money.
You invite me into that shit. I'll put my input on it too, man.
Yeah, he's huge, man.
I would have been homeless without my mother. My mother and father were married for 42 years, so I came up believing that I could have that. Why would I not believe that? I got to live it. My mom and dad. My dad was 28. My mom was 16 when they got married back in 71.
And what did your parents teach you about women?
Nothing.
So it's their fault. I would hold them accountable. They were naive and unintelligent. They did not teach you.
You're not wrong, but how could they understand that being in the position that they were?
Were they Christians?
They
different generation.
Were they Christians?
They only had each other.
Wait, were they Christians?
Yes.
Okay, and they never told you that the only verifiable wife material is a virgin?
No.
Okay, well then I would consider their Christianity to be weak.
Well, you're not wrong. I'm not going to say you're wrong.
I mean, people don't realize, and it's also there's a problem with.
They were conditioned worse than even Gen Xers, and I'm not trying to make excuses.
Another, it was taking out the Christian perspective, the weakness in the American church. Americans and a lot of Westerners are scared to talk about their children about sex and relationships. They feel like the talk is awkward. If you aren't going to teach your children about sex, do you know who's going to teach them? Their friend on the playground at 12, and he's going to pull up a Pornhub page on his phone.
Yeah, their peers, the society, the fucking teachers, all that's going to teach them. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's why I do the deep talks I do with my 13-year-old as much as I can. And I'm very appreciative that I get a box with him and spend that extra time because it's all about quality. That's the last point I want to make here, Hammer, is it's about the quality of time with your sons or daughters that you get, not quantity, because quantity can be taken away from you.
I agree with you. 100%. 100%. And I appreciate you calling in, Father. It's been awesome.
What you guys are doing, man. I appreciate it. Chronic, there's your segment for the next month. I married a single mother and adopted her kids.
You should feel blessed that I haven't roasted you too hard about it. Usually someone calls in with such foolishness. I'm like, hey, Chronic, I just took a bath in some soy oil. Is that a lawn chair? No, that's my grill. Well, I'm gonna go jump on it anyhow.
There you go. I throw it out there at first. So that way the worst that can happen is you initially, and there isn't anything afterwards because I already said everything I needed.
I mean, when the fans called in, I just sympathize. I was like, I feel bad that, that's why I brought up your parents. I feel bad you weren't taught these lessons.
Yeah. But you guys keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, Father. It's been wonderful. Thank you. Oh, my man.
So should we try to finish the article? Or you just want to take callers? I'm good. Either
breaks
way.
My heart. Let's do a couple more paragraphs on that, and then we'll get to the rest of the callers there.
Okay. Other red flags exhibited by Beery include several incidents in which he was arrested for groping women in public, and report from his parents that they slept with their door locked and removed him from his niece's birthday party for touching young girls. Okay. So your son is touching young girls. You don't feel safe with him, and he still found a way to obtain a firearm and do all this stuff. You did nothing about that. You didn't send him to therapy.
There's something that does not ring true about that.
Maybe it's just them saying that so they don't get sued.
Maybe.
On the day of the shooting, he uploaded a self-written song entitled F Them All online and left a note behind stating, if I can't find one decent female to live with, I will find many indecent females to die with. Ooh, what a pathetic way to die. The No Ass and Titties Committee report ultimately states that Beriri was motivated to carry out the shooting due to his inability to develop or maintain relationships with women. So I blame his parents. They didn't teach him how to do that, how to be attracted to women.
It's not just one way. You know that as well as anybody out there knows that. You take good care of yourself, you work out, and it's still a difficult proposition for you. You can fuck them, but keeping them is a different story entirely.
It's up to the parents. Like, if they expect men to act traditional in that they expect them not to be hyperviolent, not to abuse women, not to act on their primordial instincts, they have to provide them with at least a somewhat alternative, because Western women are broken, to get that traditional woman. So Christian men who raise their sons and tell them you should date around and fall in love, and all the Christian daughters from the church go to college and get reamed out, and those fathers don't import a bride for them, that's the son who suffers. The women don't suffer. The son's expected to be chaste and maintain his purity while the women are allowed to be forgiven. It's pathetic. It's absolute. I need to just do a stream roasting the American church. I know my Bible verse video, like the first 15 minutes is roasting the church, but I just can't stand it. But here's the last two paragraphs. Tuesday's report also touched on other incel-related attacks, including one in 2020 carried out by Roy, a self-described anti-feminist. And there it is, man. Are all anti-feminists incels? No.
That's what they're trying to do.
They'll catch me inside a chick and they'll say I'm an incel. Who killed the son of a U.S. District Court Judge, Esther Salas, due to the belief that his manhood is in serious jeopardy in America. Yeah, that was the same judge who was, I think she was working on one of these pedophile cases.
I seem to recall that.
Yeah. So I call bullshit on that whole story. I would say that's an inside job. That's how little I have
say that there's a whole bunch of projection in this fucking article too.
So hey, quote unquote, hey, FBI, CIA plant, Minecraft this lady's son to send a message to her, but then when you're getting convicted, talk about incel ideology so you can help us out two ways before we send you to, Honduras to enjoy other children.
Remember all of the fucking panic that they tried to create when the Joker movie was going to drop?
Yep.
Yeah, they had fucking armed guards in every theater, trying to, in my opinion, trying to instigate some type of incident to kind of prove out what these fuckers were saying.
There were more shootings that happened at Magic Mike than that happened at Joker.
Yeah,
that's a fact. That's a very powerful fact.
I agree with you 100%.
So in July, okay, let's just it's the CIA. They're a bunch of bitch boys. What's your final thought about that article, Hammerhand?
Well, it's clear that they're trying to find ways to attach MGTOW to this. It's not the manosphere that they're targeting, or they would say it. They're trying to attach MGTOW to it because MGTOW is what's being searched out. MGTOW is where people that are looking for answers go to try to find the answers.
MGTOW is a pure uncut heroin. The cocaine, it's the kind of stuff the bankers use.
I agree.
I would argue the majority of the manosphere are still feminists.
I would agree with that too.
But the anti-feminists, it's a very small circle. It's basically MGTOW and the war band. I haven't met any other. I would assume everybody else I roasted the manosphere is a feminist.
Right on. Let's welcome to the stream Rishi.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, Rishi Puniti?
What's up, Shroom Cell?
Ooh, Neety. Yes, I'm a Shroom Cell. The Shroom Cell.
So what's up, man?
Oh, man. I just wanted to come on the stream and share this little bit I found with Chronic.
Give it up.
Is it another story about Chinese people killing a zoo animal?
Oh, no, nothing like that. I think it's something you actually care about, though.
Oh.
It's a story about Twitter.
Berserk. The Berserk thing.
Twitter discovering Berserk, yeah. And
now, Hammerhand, have I talked to you about Berserk?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I still want the Pop Culture Rocks review on the Berserk series. I still have it's free on YouTube. I mean, free. Two of the songs I remixed are from the Berserk soundtrack because it's so epic. Rishi, do you think when was this controversy come out? Because a lot of times controversies are, this Twitter kind of bullshit. It flares up, and then if you post about it a week later, no one gets views. But I think I do a great job. I mean, I feel like it's almost like a spiritual mission to just type in Berserk, or I just need some quality cringe to respond to.
Yeah, bro. This is falling in the wings of Elden Ring and stuff like that because as you know, that game is heavily inspired by Berserk, and they're just discovering it, and they have brain dead takes. Now,
Hammerhand, have you heard about this game called Elden Ring?
Oh, I have, and I've heard about all the shit going on with it too. Yeah,
so it's basically made by the same people who make Dark Souls, and game journalists and feminists get super pissy about it because they're not good at video games.
That's because they're a bunch of limp-wristed fagots.
I saw
fuckers, and that's what they want to do.
I saw multiple people say that Elden Ring was the definition of toxic masculinity in gaming. Okay, guess, Hammerhand. Now, take a guess. How many sex scenes are in Elden Ring?
I would say 0.
0. Yeah. Okay. There's a woman in Elden Ring and she wants to give you her blessing. Do you know how she does it?
Mm-mm.
She hugs you.
That's sexual assault, homie. We can't have that.
Now think about that, because that's one of the scenes where all the gamer dudes are talking about it. They're making like waifu memes about her. They're loving it. It's a highly celebrated scene.
Yeah.
Wait, let me back up. A simple fucking hug. That's all it takes to get these guys excited. That's fucking it.
Yep.
It's pathetic, the aversion to intimacy that these whores have.
Yes. Well, it's because they don't require you as a necessity for that anymore. They just don't. You know, these women, I shudder at calling them women. They're not women, they're creations. They're automatons, they're facsimiles of what women used to be or could have been. These motherfuckers have been pushed into the society with the idea that you, a man, are a subhuman. Do you realize that there are actual thoughts out here? There are actual thoughts out here where these motherfuckers are in group sessions talking about how men don't feel. They don't have feelings, and the validity of their not having feelings is causing problems for them.
I mean, you've seen it on TikTok, Hammerhand.
Oh yeah.
Now, the way I see it is these low value pair bondless females who've been reamed out by all the men they wish committed, they can't stand the idea, because women hate each other, right? Especially when it comes to sexual competition. They want to bring each other down so they're the top bitch in the crew. So the idea that men are attracted to simple emotional intimacy and hugs makes whores lose their shit, because that's nothing to them. And so that's why they freak out.
I agree with you. There's so much more to it though than just that.
I mean, there's a lot of ways to look at it. I see it as it's an inherent jealousy in these low value women.
Agreed. I think that jealousy is a driver as far as this is concerned, as far as any kind of movement that these people put forward to restrict men and the way that men move. It's absolutely based and rooted in jealousy and an intolerance for not being acceptable to the opposite sex.
Well, I just wanted to give you this little taste of it.
This nugget.
Alley Cat says, "I'm not pro censorship, but how is this legal, especially in a world where male violence against women is still an extremely real problem?
Yeah, man.
Misogyny, in this case, violent and gratuitous depictions of femicide, not only isn't taken seriously, but gets treated as entertainment."
Yeah, that sounds like some Brianna Wu shit right there. You know, Anita Sarkeesian. That these poor bitches have been indoctrinated since they were popped out, and they don't realize what they're doing. I mean, some of them do, and they're the truly evil, insidious ones. But most of these broads are just parroting this garbage and spewing it back on people that would actually probably provide them with one hell of a good life.
Yep.
Now, Hammerhand, Rishi, I got a question for both of you. What's the most ridiculous example of a woman saying that there's violence being done against her when there's no violence?
I saw one today where a woman claimed that she was unsafe because somebody took a picture with her in the frame.
Okay. So taking pictures is violence, according to her.
According to her, because she didn't feel like it was safe. So she regarded it as violence.
Now, let's accept that. Taking a picture is violence. Rishi, what's your example? Can you think of one?
Words are violent. That's what I usually hear.
Words are violence. Pictures are violence. Okay. Is paying a professional to take a blade half the thickness of your body and dissect you in utero, is that violence?
Depends on who you ask, doesn't it?
Now let's compare it. If pictures are violence, is late-term abortion violence?
I mean, I would say yes. Obviously, it is.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if we, all I'm saying is, if you can get someone to admit taking a picture is violence, there is no argument for them to say that having your body parts and scroll crushed in utero is not violence.
Yeah, but you know what these trash bags are going to say? They're going to turn right around and say, well, that's different. And that's all that they have to say. In their mind, it's done. It's over.
Yeah. Well, again, if there is an epidemic of male violence against women, we need to push the idea that there is an epidemic of female violence, not against men, against children.
Well, that's already been borne out with facts. That's factual data surfaced years ago, but it's been supported by every study since. Third-party studies, blind studies, it doesn't matter. The last one was 71% of all children killed are killed by their mothers.
No surprise there.
No surprise there. While we're waiting on this one, Rishi, I'm going to get Godzilla of the Evil Empire in here. You've been waiting for a minute, man. Glad to have you.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, homie? What's going on?
Not much. Just up all night, just chilling.
Sorry that took so long, my man. Questions, comments, and concerns.
I just want to say I'm on with some juggernauts right now. You guys are really crushing it out there. I've been listening to you guys for a long, long time, and I've been showing you guys my friends, and you guys have been waking people up by the numbers, man.
Much appreciation, brother. Much appreciation. You know that.
Yeah, it's crazy out in this world, man. Like, I can't believe since I graduated since 2006, how crazy it's been.
Oh, it's a whole different world since 2006.
Yeah.
Shit, it's a whole different world.
Yeah, it's a whole different world. Like, it starts to scare me a bit, you know? It starts to scare me with all this shit going on. Like, it's just amazing. You turn your head and it's like, what the fuck, man? You know?
Yeah. Just to think about the shit that you're hearing today, the stuff that is so out in the open, you know, the people that say that they're fighting for truth, justice, and the American way are some of the most avowed racists I've ever seen in my life. And 5 years ago, you wouldn't have seen it. You wouldn't have heard it. That's how fast the culture is changing. But I think people have a basic misunderstanding about the way that culture is changing here. It's not changing in one direction. It's spasming everywhere. Everybody's trying to push to the top.
Yep, it's spazzing. It's kind of like the chick with daddy problems Chronic takes back, and she doesn't expect to get a finger in the booty hole when I'm smashing.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Was it the middle finger?
My pinky's too big for most bitches, so that's what I usually go for first.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Lordy.
Now,
I hope
Rishi,
you cleaned your fingernails, man.
Rishi, what color skin is the most discriminated against in America? Can you tell? Trick question.
I already know it's green.
That's what I'm
baby.
saying. Look,
Right,
the
it's
average green skin YouTuber has had their channel deleted 7 times. The average.
Yeah.
How is that not racism?
You know, I mean, you identify that way, right?
Curious.
You know, if you were some rabid fucking tranny, if you were one of them motherfuckers, you wouldn't get your channel deleted, would you? Nope. Sure wouldn't. You could get up there and promote that shit and spit it all day long.
You know, there was a transgendered individual who said I was cringe because her fiance thought I was wrong about science.
Mm-hmm.
Did her fiance ever call into the show? No.
Nope. You know why I can say no? You weren't even done with that, and I said no because they never fucking do.
They always. It's funny because whenever I make a stream or like respond to them, there's been like 3 or 4 beta bread tube leftists. Rishi, you've seen it. They talk in the chat box. They're there. They're watching me talk shit on them, yet they're too scared to call in.
That's kind of weird, man.
Pussies.
It is weird.
Kinda
That's
strange.
really
Kinda-
weird.
Maybe
really
they
weird.
want pussies so bad they decide to act like a pussy in hopes that they'll get one. I don't know.
So Godzilla, comments, questions, concerns, brother.
Yeah, I mean, about this whole conservatism thing, I like I said in the chat, I'm originally from Canada, but I'm living in Michigan, so I'm
Right.
like in the belly of the beast with Gretchen Whitmer. So
Yeah, fuck
I'm-
that bitch.
yeah, fuck her for real. But in Canada, like, oh, we had the truckers, right? Yeah, that didn't really do much, and we still have Trudeau over there. And with conservatism over there, it's just as in here as in the U.S. It's just weak as fuck. The laws aren't changing. Nothing's changing. There's just nothing that has ever changed in my lifetime.
That's right.
And I'm gonna be 34 in May, and nothing has changed.
That's right, homie.
Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed, and that's why I just have no faith in humanity. Straight up, I have no faith in humanity.
I don't blame you, and I think that particular thought process is accelerating. I mean, it's like a blazing wildfire running across the planet. Faith in government, faith in authority, faith in the way, so to speak, is disappearing. Like, I mean, at breakneck fucking speed, it's disappearing.
True.
I think
And
my man dropped out. What happened?
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
But oh no.
They got him.
Yeah, so maybe. Go ahead there, Godzilla. Go ahead.
I mean, it's like this. I mean, with this whole Ukraine situation, I could give a fuck less, honestly, because like you're supporting a proxy war at this point. You're supporting a proxy war.
That's why I don't support it.
I'm on the block with like all these so-called conservatives. One of them has a Ukraine flag hanging on the flag. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? It's like it's just I shake my head.
You kind of have to. I mean, that's all that's left. That's all you really can do. I don't. Anybody that asks, and there have been several folks that have asked here over the last month or so. I don't support any of them. It's not our fucking business. We shouldn't be over there. I don't give a shit if these motherfuckers are bombing each other out into fucking dust. It's not what the media here is portraying it to be. It's not.
True.
It's just not that. If it was an all-out fucking war, you'd see an all-out war. That's
Right.
not what it is. It's clear that that's not what it is. But your media, it's bought and paid for. They're fucking mouthpieces for Rupert Murdoch and Jeff Bezos and all these other cocksuckers that own every fucking thing. So, it's just what they want to do. Let me jump in the chat here. Struggling, recovering mangina cuckold. Holy shit, that's a mouthful. Hormaxer was a hater, called chronic an incel as an insult, and called MGTOWs mistowels. Well, Hormaxer used to be hard-hitting Health Truth J, and for the longest time, he was sitting around powwowing, taking big ups and congratulations from every MGTOW and monk in the room. And then somehow or another, he's not that anymore. Good luck to the man. Hopefully, he figures his shit out and is a little less confused going down the road of life. I don't think it's going to work out too well. I saw a video a few days ago. He was almost naked, dancing around for a few minutes. Somebody sent it to me, and I'm like, I didn't need to see that. So I think that the man has bitten off more than he can chew mentally, and he's in trouble. And if he would ask for help, I'd give it to him. But, folks like this don't want to just go ahead and go do their own thing. They always want to grab you up and drag their nuts across your face on the way out the door. He's no different than the former angry MGTOW, Yogi Oabs, and all of the other motherfuckers that have come and gone. They get exposed pretty fast, and that's just what it is. Rishi, what are you doing in here, boy? What are you doing?
I was bringing up the Berserk thing because, these people that say like against it, they hate it because they don't understand it. Because what Berserk teaches you to do, or what Berserk through its story life, it tells you that life is shit, but you got to keep living it.
Right.
You know, you can't give up. You got to just push through, even though, you know, like Guts, you only have one fucking arm and all of your friends are dead, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I got you 100%. Welcome back to the stream, Undead Chronic.
I don't know why I was kicked, but Hammerhead, I got a very interesting meta question to ask you.
Sure. Your mic is really loud.
Okay, let me, how about this? Is it better now? I'll just push it away.
Yep, that's better.
But it's sensitive, so I'll let the fans hear this.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
that's right. I think I am the only person to have made MGTOW content, declare myself not a MGTOW, and not shit on them on the way out.
I think as far as the immediacy of this sphere, yeah, I think you're right about that. Elliot Hulse has done a couple of things where he's mentioned MGTOW and says he's all for it and he endorses it. You know, he doesn't ID himself that way. You know, he's just sort of like I wouldn't say a guru, but, you know, he works on self-improvement, fitness, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I've seen a couple of other, but as far as people in this sphere, absolutely. I have not seen anybody else that does not ID as MGTOW that just can't be objective. You know,
what's up with that? Why can't people just be like, yeah, that's not me, and then just move on?
I don't know. I
guess it means that's
not true.
They claim to be MGTOW. This is my idea. Then you can respond. They claim to be MGTOW to have access to a somewhat tight knit community that wants to support each other. They got all that support, and they thought it'd follow them out of the sphere, and so then they could trash MGTOW to, you know, raise themselves above them. It's just pathetic.
I agree. I do agree with that. I was going to say that before you started, and I'm like, that seems to be the most common thing that you see. As a matter of fact, across the fucking board, it's kind of been that the whole way. And I'm like, uh-oh, Godzilla dipped out. Sorry about that, Godzilla. I hope you didn't get kicked, man. But yeah, it just seems to be that way. And I don't understand that. I've never understood that. But then again, if you read between the lines, I think you can kind of see why they do it. It's because it's strong, it's powerful. The philosophy all by itself is very inviting to people that need stability in their lives.
I mean, it's what kind of men are attracted to it. It's almost like it's a binary. You got young men, divorced men, hurt men who are at their lowest. And then they spend the time developing themselves. And then they suddenly get a bunch of disposable income to fight for what they think is valuable.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I saw, well, not saw, but I was listening to a guy a couple of days ago, and I can't remember what channel it was, but he said something to the effect of he just stopped dating because he was wasting so much fucking money on these broads. And he quit dating for a year and he stacked 15 grand. You know, and he thought to himself, is all 15 grand going on women and dates and shit? And he's like, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
15 grand.
15,000 fucking bucks. You think about
what
these bitches want.
I could literally spend 15. I could literally spend 15 grand on stacking gold and silver and Bitcoin right now.
Yeah, agree. How many women want to go out and take $100 date, like $100 meal? That to them is like nothing. It's like it's paltry.
It's them getting free food for the night. That's nothing.
That's right, and it's nothing. You know, that shit fucking adds up. That adds up.
What was the last time I spent $100 on a meal? I took my good friend, the same one that watched the TFM Sandman shitstorm and the John Anthony shitstorm, and we got, what do we get? We got 5.5 pounds of wings, about 4 beers each, and like a mountain of French fries. And like we were done eating over the course of like 2 hours. And my friend was like, "You can't drive home, bro. You drunk." I'm like, "Bro, it's not the alcohol why I can't drive home. It's 2.5 pounds of fucking chicken wings."
Man, the last time I spent $100 $100 On a meal, we went out to a Japanese steakhouse. I took my son and my mother out. And,
did your son catch a shrimp in his mouth?
No.
Oh
no, he did not. But I'm gonna tell you what, man. I give this kid credit, boy. He eats fucking scallops. He'll eat shelled oyster, all kinds of shit. He's got a real good palate.
Oh man,
you gotta watch out for that, man. Shitty scallops will kill a kid.
Oh yeah, they will absolutely. These scallops were at this place down the road. It's a seafood restaurant down the road, and they cook them. And
I remember when
were chilled.
I remember during prom, I slipped a $10 bill to the chef, and I told him to aim for my date, between my date's tatas.
Right.
And he hit it, and she got so embarrassed. I'm like, it's all good. Let me fish it out. And she was like, oh, and I just motorboated the bitch in front of a bunch of high schoolers.
That's bizarre.
Oh, great time. Great.
So Godzilla, questions, comments, concerns, brother.
Closing comments, just keep up the good work. I have a YouTube channel that by the same name. I'll be posting content here soon.
Cool.
And if you'd like to check me out, you can subscribe. It'll be up in a few days. I got another phone. My phone is shitty as hell. So I'll be doing that tomorrow.
Post your channel link in the chat there, my friend.
I will, most def.
My pleasure to have you on, man. Sorry about that long wait, brother. Sorry about that long wait. All right. Down to the trio. Some of the war band in the house. But we started this one off talking about conservatism and how it's not really conservatism.
I was going to say, Hammerhand, you're surrounded on both sides by war banders. You got nowhere to go.
That's correct. Yeah, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. So come on, man. I mean, tell me what you think about that. Do you see anybody out here that represents conservatism or Christianity in any kind of a decent, respectable way?
Rishi, let's feature you a little bit here because we've been talking about this for a little bit. Rishi, are you in your mid or late 20s?
I'm in my early 20s.
Your early 20s. Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Early's before 25, late's above 25.
Early. So
okay. Have you ever in your entire life considered yourself a quote conservative?
Not really. No.
Okay. I would say that by the time you were 15, you got somewhat interested in politics. I was probably at least 18, 19. And from that point, I never considered myself a conservative. They were weak old men that wanted to give money to Israel. That's all they were to me.
For real. As soon as you get like Israel pilled and understand
Israel pilled.
Yo, man, fucking what's his face said that a couple of years ago. Go ahead, Rishi. Go ahead.
I know. I just say as soon as you understand that, a lot of your perspectives and the takes you hold on things starts to change.
Well, it's like, wow, how convenient that every single major U.S. military intervention in the past 40 years has favored the country of Israel. That's kind of a coincidence, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what happens when you buy your allies.
But what were you going to say, Hammer?
Oh, I said the what did you say? Israel pilled? Is that what you said?
I just came up with it.
Yeah, I am the Negro sphere. Sorry. Did you see that, Hammerhand?
No. Hold on. Chris Cantu come up with that thing. He says, man, you got to get Jew pilled. And I was like, Jew pilled? So, yeah, Chris Cantu said that a couple years ago. Man. But no, what are you talking about, Chronic?
No, I was talking basically there was this yet another manosphere grifter. He named himself the Saint and the Sinner. He tried to what he thought made him cool was using this pseudo religious language.
Oh, you talking about the black dude that you fucking run off his stream?
Yeah, the Matador,
literally the guy that canceled his stream with like 1,400 people watching.
Yeah, canceled his fucking stream. Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let me. You want to get my initial frat boy reaction to that?
Yeah.
What a fucking pussy.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, literally,
I was watching that when he took off.
It's just what a fucking pussy. Like, if I had 1,400 people watching my stream and then suddenly my stream, the chat got spammed by people calling me an incel, yo, bro, the viewers are there, the shekels are flowing. Call Chronic an incel and make sure to like and subscribe. I don't give a fuck.
No,
Well,
fucking
was it any
kidding,
surprise?
Right?
You know, this guy was like a 7-Eleven like diet, diet Kevin Samuels, pretty much.
Diet Kevin Samuels. He's a Splenda Samuels. That's what he was.
Splenda Samuels. That's fucking absurd, man. It's just absurd. Oh, good God. Yeah, I was there when he said, I am the Negro sphere. I am the black manosphere. I said, yeah, no, you're not, man. No, you're not. And you doing shit like that and saying stuff like that, you're going to get buried so fucking fast and turned into a mockery that you'll never be able to show your face around here again.
I need to clip that so I can like use it. I think he deleted the stream, so I can't. I'm sure there's a recording somewhere. But every time Chronic says something, I'm like, shit. I fucked a black chick once, and it just cuts to I am the Negro sphere. God, what a fucking pussy! It's fucking weird. It's bad in the manosphere. If you look at the black manosphere, and I don't like using that term because it basically, if you need to call yourself part of the black manosphere, you're hunting for money from weak black men or black men who want to learn masculinity.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. It's a real fucking shame the way that those fellas are getting ripped over there in that community. They're really getting fucked. It didn't used to be like that. To be like that.
That's the thing, Hammer. Like, I'd say there's a lot, you say there's a lot of fake conservatives out there. I'd say there's a lot of, the manosphere is pretty much compromised now.
Oh, it is. That's no secret. There's big problems in the manosphere, but
like Red Pill, they came into Red Pill, appropriated that, and bought their podcast sets, Rollo Tomasi, Fresh and Fit, even like Donovan Sharp and people like that. And now they're kind of like, what I've noticed, there's a few other people have pointed this out, like the Vital Truth, or not the Vital Truth, the Vital Message. But he pointed out some of these like Black Pill guys are doing pretty much the same thing with like face ratings, where they
with what now? Say that again.
It's a bunch of men telling each other they're ugly.
All right, here's what it is. A guy will come up to one of these guys and pay them a certain amount of money to rate their face.
Wait, they pay him to do that? Oh my!
Yeah, that's
I cannot believe that you're fucking serious.
Yeah, it's happening.
Please tell me I'm ugly, Daddy. Please tell me I'm ugly.
It's being pioneered right now. It's a new industry. But
I can't believe it. I cannot fucking believe that. How good God Almighty. If somebody really does want to invade this country, all they have to do is walk across the border. No resistance. They'll get no resistance.
I won't resist them. I'll be like, save me, please.
Yeah. That is fucking disgusting. That's disgusting. And I don't know how to feel about men that feel like they have to prostrate themselves like that. It's sad. It's sad.
It's about the grift,
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah, it is. It's
at least when I shill, people know it's going to degenerate marijuana use. You know what I mean? Like they know it's not going to go to helping the world.
Yeah, it's no secret where the money goes.
like they know it's literally going to be. When they give me $20, it's literally transformed into like a couple bowls, and I'm just sitting back. I'm like, time to roast some bitches.
Let me post this one right here. It says Islam is the cure to feminism. What are your thoughts on that?
Is that the same Islam where in Turkey women can vote?
Yeah. Is that the same Islam in Saudi Arabia where they're driving and becoming parliamentary members?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Islam has been infiltrated. I said this 2 years ago. And I had a whole bunch of Muslim brothers come on. Oh, you just don't understand, Hammer. No, I understand perfectly clear. My judgment is not clouded by being a devout Muslim. You see, by being loyal to Islam. My judgment is not clouded by that. So I see it for what it is. I keep up with everything that's going on in these countries. Not day to day, month to month, week to week. We see it. They're taking over your countries.
It's, look, just because we are bald and weigh 80 pounds and are on our deathbed because we got stage 4 dick cancer doesn't mean you don't have stage 1 dick cancer. It's
Agreed.
cancer.
Yeah.
Feminism is cancer. Yeah. America in the West is the end result of it. You as a Muslim trying to be proud of your country, it means jack shit to the feminists who, as soon as they get power, they'll ask for more. And your sons will have to deal with divorce courts, and their sons will have to deal with enlightened Muslim feminists who decide that Allah was transgender.
That's right. I mean, they're already trying to push that bullshit about Jesus Christ, right? So, you know what you're dealing with these people. At least you should know what you're dealing with. That's the biggest problem that I see with folks out there today, is that no matter where this garbage, this cancerous ideology migrates to, they don't take the lessons of where it is migrated from. They never take that lesson. Oh, it's different here. It's not, and it never will be.
It's different, like only half the chicks are obese. Well, look at the U.S.
Oh man, it's some terrible shit. It's terrible shit. It's getting out of hand, brother. Well, I should roll that one back a little bit. It's been out of hand for about 70 years. We said earlier in this stream, people keep talking about how the West is going to fall. It has fallen. It is gone. It's gone.
It is falling, and
yes.
People are realizing it right now. But I'll tell you one thing, a white pill, the more they push, the more they push their shit on the normies, the more they're going to push back. Boy, it may be small. It may not be as big as we want it to be, but there's pushback with that bill that's proposed, and like I've seen it throughout social media. People are posting stuff about that that swimmer that just won the Olympics in
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
People,
NCAA Division I champ. The champion. Raise your hand, Rambette, because she went in there and machine gunned the fuck. Well, he went in there and machine gunned the fuck out of all of them. Crushed them.
Now, look, Rishi. I don't care what the normies do. The normies never made history. Now, when the normies lose their shit and lead to precipitous violence, once the government lose the monopoly on the violence, then other people can make history.
Yep.
But as long as the normies are united in suppressing us, we just have to bide our time.
That's my thoughts exactly.
Like, if I knew the pigs wouldn't come to my house tomorrow, I'd be making a very special visit to some Antifa members who threatened me.
Oh yeah. Well, that was just a year and a half ago, maybe.
Yeah, and my community would instantly change. Imagine that.
We have Delimon 007 says, by the way, are there any females in here? Just asking.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, there's a few of them that I see anyways. If you feel comfortable identifying yourself, by all means, go on ahead.
I've had several virgins. I'm not even bullshitting you. I've had several virgins email me asking me for dates. And do you know why they want to go on a date with me?
Man, that's fucked up.
You know why? They say, Chronic, you're the first man I've ever heard who values female virginity.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be falling for that shit.
I mean, I send them. I just paint my schlong green and I send them a picture of it. That's a typical move, right? I mean, what can go wrong? Inside the CNN edition of how this incel anti-feminist supremacist got doxxed by a dick pic. Rishi, if I get doxxed by a dick pic, you know what? It's worth it.
Technologies go
to like we took his penile picture and scrolled through all of Pornhub with an algorithm and found a channel with 800 videos, mostly having sex with Asian and Latina women, and we found out who this undead chronic
was.
It's
not you. You're an incel. I know you are.
The incel who ran a porn studio from his basement. It can't be.
Oh man. So let's get back to the original question.
Right.
Do you see anyone that represents Christianity or conservatism? Anyone?
Not in the mainstream.
Definitely not in the mainstream. I can't think of one person.
I mean, here's the thing, Hammer. Like, they get into like these positions mostly because they don't, they take
schlong in the asshole.
Probably, I'm not going to deny that, but they can't take these hard positions because,
Okay, why? Why can't they take that hardline position?
Well, who they work for, they're compromised. For the most part.
Well, Ben Shapiro's not.
Ben Shapiro. I mean, what? Well, who is Ben Shapiro trying to save? America?
Well, he's not trying to save America. No, he's trying to save Jewish nationals and Israel.
So it's compromise. If you see him as an American.
Yeah, but what would it harm? What would it? How would that cause be affected? Well, I guess I can see that.
Because he wants America. He wants America's primary goal to help out his compatriots in Israel
to stay bowed down.
You gotta think, where did all that money come from to start the Daily Wire? So,
well, over the years, Shapiro has received a shit ton of cash. So, now they're moving into movies and shit, and they're setting up that parallel economy.
Finally, a conservative movie studio. Owned by,
I don't think it's going to be that,
an Israel firster. But I don't know. The people who I guess are, kind of on our sides that, isn't in our little sphere. I guess you could say maybe Alex Jones and like maybe America First, but that's just on top of my head. I can't really say anyone else.
I think it's fucking crazy to think about how much shit Jones has been right about.
Yeah, man. He's a true deal. I remember my friend back in high school showing me like his video of him exposing the people at what was it? Bohemian Grove, where they had that big statue doing that weird ass ritual.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit, man. Yeah, that is goofy. So we can't name one conservative or Christian that actually practices conservatism or Christianity in the mainstream.
No.
And the ones that are accepted as the figureheads for it are big up in two fucking gay guys that rent wombs to make kids that their sexual proclivities forbade them from having.
But they like Donald Trump, so they're based, says Lauren Southern.
I forgot. Oh, yeah, there you go. Lauren Southern's she's another one, too. And
Trad Thoughts could be their own stream.
The more you dig into bitches like Lauren Southern, the more you really understand just how fucking suckered you're getting.
Come on, guys, we gotta make more of my white babies. Goes around
and then doesn't do it. And then does not do it. Goes out and has a dirty baby. You fucking idiot motherfucker. Idiot motherfucker.
I mean, I just feel bad for the dude. Can you imagine taking the sloppy seconds of like the entire, right-wing YouTube sphere from 2008 to 2018?
Yeah, no thanks.
Ugh.
No thanks, man. No thanks. I just no. And then Lauren Chin, Lauren got double chins now, man. That bitch is getting fat.
I don't want to think about that.
No,
I was having a good night. Now you're talking about old, used up tried thoughts. Like me saying, "Yo, Hammerhand, look at this cheeseburger I bought in 2004."
What's with the cheeseburger, man? Was you saying something? What you saying?
I was saying it's rotted. I'm like, do you want to have sex with this cheeseburger from 2004? No.
That's vintage 2004 cheeseburger, man.
The only thing the trad thoughts bring is a fantasy that there's a woman who believes in what you believe in and she will have sex with you.
And you don't think that, well, I know you personally don't think this, but there's so many fucking people out there, evidenced by the 800,000 subs she's got on her channel, that think for just half a second, man, if I could just find 8/10 of that bitch, I could, get the fuck out of here.
8/10 of that chlamydia.
Right. No, this is not John Anthony's stream now. Come on now. Come on. I've had chlamydia like 6 times, and I don't see nothing wrong.
How dare you say the chick that everybody wants to have sex with, you want to have sex with, you incel?
Oh man, that lady boy over there looks really hot, bro.
Oh no, boy! I almost fell out of my fucking chair when you called her low value.
I just hope I made you guys proud. That's all I wanted to do.
That's all I wanted, man. Was just like a direct confrontation of that nonsense, because you trot this fucking Brazilian thought out. She's wearing a push-up bra, number one, because her titties are hanging. They're hanging.
Coconuts.
But
small.
He's trying to put that shit out there front and center like it's something. Like everything else failed, so he hits the fucking Batman surprise button to trot some hoe out, and that's supposed to do the trick. That was fucked up and transparent.
It's like their Lord of the Rings scene. You have no power here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Dennis Talks here says Tommy Laron.
That chick is
Tommy
even.
Lahren.
God
damn.
So nasty.
What happened to her, man? What
Feminism.
happened to her?
I put out a video. What was it, yesterday at midnight? It's got like 35,000 views right now. It's like a 10-minute video. It's titled "Feminism Has Ruined White Women."
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet. I got to go watch that.
Oh, I expect a strike.
Anytime
you talk shit about white bitches, they strike you down.
There you go. Well, yeah, man. Especially if they're abortion endorsers. That idiot bitch. How you sat there and said it out loud? I'm a conservative, but I do believe in a woman's right to choose. Boom, Glenn Beck fired her right there on the spot.
Wait, Glenn Beck said that?
No. Tommy Lahren said that because she was working for him at the time.
Oh.
At the Blaze. She was working at the Blaze. She was like the first it girl for the Blaze.
People be like, Chronic, how could you say that about white women? Don't you want to have a fight?
How could you fuck? How could you fuck?
How could you fuck?
It's a perfectly good burger.
She fucked me first, sir.
You're just an incel because you don't want to eat this.
You're an incel because you don't want chlamydia.
Good God. Well, gentlemen, we are at the 3-hour mark, so I think that's going to be good enough for today. So I think we did a great
I can't try to make you throw up by talking about John Anthony Cuck style.
470 sets of eyeballs, 3 hours in, man. That's pretty impressive. I like that. Thank you very much for everybody being here.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Hammerhand. We had a good time.
It's my pleasure, Chronic. My pleasure, man. Hopefully we can do another one later on down the road here.
Hey, I'm streaming tomorrow night about the 7 deadly sins of feminism.
All right. I'll absolutely see if I can get in on it. But don't be surprised if I can't, because
if you can't, I'm going to use that picture from one of your old videos where you put a wig on and pretend to be a feminist.
Oh, do it. That was the I was mocking LaRon there. So.
Yeah, I'll be like, look at this feminist. She has a beard. I unironically roast you. I'm like, wait a second. This is very familiar to me.
Yeah, no shit, man. That's pretty funny, man. Thanks for coming on, bro.
Yeah, but hey, peace.
Peace, man. Peace. Rishi, what's going on, man? So comments, questions, concerns, brother.
Not really. I think we said everything we need to say. Like, just know that they're not really for you, bro. They're there to
know that.
They're there to sell, like the people we have in our space right now. They're here to placate you, to sell to you, to get something out of you. So
yeah, I agree with you, man, 100%. I mean, I think every one of their strategies is formulated for the end result to be pocket liners.
Yep. So just stack your cash and think for yourself, boys. That's all I'll have to say.
Keep your eyes open out there, gentlemen. Keep your eyes open. This shit is shifting very, very fast. It's wild, just wild to watch. I can't fully wrap my head around how fast people are changing from this to this to that to that, and then claiming that they're still the same person. It's pretty fucking insane. So yeah, absolutely. Keep your heads on a swivel.
Oh, all right. I won't take up any more of your time. I will see you later, Hammerhand.
Man, it's always my pleasure, Rishi. Peace out. And there was only one, and that's all right. I gave my hater an opportunity to call in tonight and did not call in, and that's all right. It's no big deal, man. It's what it is. I don't really know what it is that I do to provoke such nastiness and hatred. Oh, fuck. I'm silly. Of course I know. I just don't cover up for folks. Hell, I don't cover up for myself. I make a mistake. I'm more than willing to admit the mistake and take responsibility for it. And if I got to eat shit for a little while, then that's just what I do. And that's something that's rare. You don't see many people out there willing to take it on the chin, so to speak, and jump back into the thick of things. It's bizarre the way that people have developed over the last 10 or 15 years. Very strange. Very strange. I guess it shouldn't be, considering all of the apparatuses that are out here just designed from the ground up to control your thoughts. I'm not saying that you got somebody in your head. I'm saying that there's so much propaganda and you're being pumped full of this shit 24/7 that if you don't make a dedicated effort to stay away from that fucking crap, turn the fucking TV off. Stop listening to the radio 24/7. If you got some good tunes or something, or an old show that you might want to watch, okay, go get it. But modern entertainment is absolute fucking trash. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. I never thought I'd see anything like it in my life. I never even dared to dream that it would be as poisonous as it is today, but it is. And we still have to talk about taking care of business, man. When you're out here, guys, take care of yourselves. That doesn't necessarily mean go out there and spend every dime that you make right fucking now. You don't have to do that. Don't do that. Just take care of business. Cool. Got a porn bot right there at the end. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Davina Duckworth, Max Headroom is worth watching. I have never seen it. It looked interesting. But yeah, I've never seen it. So maybe I'll try it and see what's up. Struggling recovering mangina. Scream 2022 was bad. It sucked. It was fucking awful. It was bad. Bro, it was bad. Yeah, it was bad. I fucking junk. Just junk. Feral Ravage. Oh, look. A hater. Just some porn bullshit. Placebo Effect. The Troll is dedicated tonight. Well, you know how it is, man. To get these bots that come into these these channels like this, these streams, and just start lacing the fucking streams up. There we go again. See you later. There's one more gone. Block that motherfucker. See you later. Right at the very end, too. Isn't that bizarre? That's fucking strange. So anyways, folks, you guys have yourselves a wonderful night. Well, morning. I guess it's morning now. 1:50 headed towards 2 a.m. here, Eastern Standard Time. Live long and prosper. Don't let insecurities and those little demons that pop up in your head talk you out of a good thing. Life is a good thing. Sometimes it's hard as fucking hell. You got to make it through the hard to get to the good. It sucks. I don't make the rules. But you have to be able to deal with hardships in order to enjoy everything else. Until the next time, I'll catch you on the next one.